So, I was gonna play FTL because I've never actually played it before,
That's a
and it was
great
something that you
game,
and I.
man. That's to do for stuff like this, especially
Yeah.
the fact that you haven't played is not a problem at all. FTL is one of
Mhm.
those games where even if you've played a lot of it, your odds of surviving aren't that much better. You know,
Mhm.
it's
Unfortunately, I couldn't get open my broadcasting software to detect the game, which is really strange because it's worked with a whole bunch of other things, but not that one game. So I had to kind of give up on it. So I guess we'll start with
that's
Maniac
too
Mansion.
bad. Okay.
All right. So what two kids are we gonna pick here?
Oh, okay. Let's see.
We've got Sid, an aspiring musician trying to start his own new wave band.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
got
we gotta get
Michael,
somebody especially '80s, so that I think that should be one of them.
award-winning photographer for the college newspaper. It sounds boring. Wendy wants to be a famous novelist and is waiting for a big break.
Nah, she's
Uh,
well. If we play her, she's gonna die. I mean, so
Bernard, president of the physics
no,
club.
no, he's too. I played him. I've played Day of the Tentacle, the sequel to this, but I haven't played Maniac Mansion. It's one of those I've always wanted to get around to. So he's the only one I know survived. So let's not. Let's skip
Yeah,
Bernard.
I'm sorry, Muffin Master. I tried to record FTL and it just wasn't working. So, unfortunately, we're not going to play FTL. I'm so sorry. So were you saying something about
No,
Bernard
I don't
or?
want Bernard. I got enough of him in Day of the Tentacle.
Okay. Razor, lead singer for the punk band Razor and the Scumettes.
That's a pretty good candidate. They're looking
And
very '80s.
Jeff usually hangs out on the beach, responds to the name Surfer Dude.
Okay, my vote's for. Okay, who was the first guy again?
Sid?
No, before
Sid and
him.
Razor?
No, before him. To the
There's
left of
no one.
Sid.
Oh, this
Yeah,
guy? Dave. He's always in no matter what.
Sandy's boyfriend. Oh yeah, he'll get killed. Okay, so I'm going. My vote's either for Sid, Razor, or the last guy. I forgot his name.
Uh, we
Jeff.
have three characters. The one guy is always in no matter what. And so I'm kind of leaning towards Sid and Razor myself.
Okay, somebody in the chat wants Jeff, but I think either one's. Yeah, I want
What's
sufficiently
Jeff?
'80s people here. They all look. Yeah, Jeff is kind of
Oh, Jeff's the
timeless. You
surfer.
know, he could be '80s or he could be now or '60s. Yeah, I think Sid and Razor are the most '80s, so we're gonna go with them.
They are pretty
Oh, wait,
80s,
no, no,
yeah.
no. You have the first guy selected also, so I guess we could have all three. Three.
Yeah, the first guy is always selected no matter
Oh,
what.
he is. Oh, okay. I guess he gets. Oh, yeah, because he probably gets kidnapped. I know a
Well,
little bit
it's
about the game.
he's trying to rescue his girlfriend, so he's central to the plot.
Yeah. Okay.
The rest are just kind of tagging along. So,
No, I'm not hearing anything, but it's that. Oh, it should. Well, it does.
there's
It
no
doesn't
sound.
matter. It doesn't matter for Skype for a game like this.
There's no sound in this part of the game anyway. Can you hear the crickets? It's very quiet, but
No, I don't hear anything. It's fine. We had the same thing with when we were doing Moon
oh
Gaming.
right, because oh yeah, because I didn't want to fool with virtual audio cable, so I'm just transmitting the microphone, so you're probably not going to hear the game.
It's not a problem. Actually, I do hear it really faintly.
I might be just hearing it through my mic.
Maybe.
I use a shotgun mic, so it would reduce the sound of that, so you don't hear your own voice and stuff. But okay, this looks like the old mansion. I'm sure I saw Dr. Fred take Sandy here. It's up to us to get her out. Do you want to voice anyone?
Well, I'll probably
This
be
could.
delayed a little bit
Yeah,
because it'll pop up before then. But
I heard Dr. Fred was kind of cute. I kind of hate her. I don't know
let's
why.
do it.
Okay, let's go rescue Sandy. All right, let's
Yeah.
see
So
what we got here.
Yeah, I guess Maniac Mansion is like essentially Rocky Horror Picture Show the game, except without the singing.
Yeah. Read sign. Warning. Trespassers will be horribly mutilated.
I've been to places like that, or with signs like that. We're hiking in the woods, and all of a sudden you see like lots of signs like that pop up.
Okay, so I've
Somebody
played this very
suggesting it
briefly.
be Duke Nukem in the chat. Well, I can't quite get the exact same voice. I mean, I'm your stand-in, not the real McCoy.
Well, John will be here tomorrow.
Well, today your time.
Yeah, technically, yeah. I guess
Okay, the key. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, this is Switch, so we might actually survive because people tell us what to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we're picking up.
Um,
Or have you played through this before? Or?
I've played some of the NES port, which is a pretty terrible version. Um, use front door. No,
Oh God,
use
yeah. We should have gotten the
key
VGA. I think there's like a
and front door.
fan VGA remake that's really similar, but
This is the remake of
no,
it,
no.
sort
There's a
of.
fan one that's
That's
in
their-
VGA graphics that came after this,
uh,
and I think
uh,
they simplified, like, I mean, how we have what 15 verbs here. That's okay.
I don't want to put my central character. I want to
Oh, I
have
don't
their
care
central
about him. I
character run
mean,
in.
these people
Uh,
are. I mean, he has this calm smile on
you
him,
do.
and he's not even wearing sunglasses. So, I mean, it's not okay.
I'd rather
Oh,
put
okay.
something
So I
more
guess Sid is our
central.
expendable one here. Well, it's
Yeah,
new wave band. That's why I feel like it would be better for him to live and then have failure rather than just get killed outright. Because his new wave band,
okay.
I haven't played this game, but I know his new wave band is not going to be successful. However this game turns out. So,
That's
okay.
just
Can we take the chainsaw? Oh no.
that's
Okay, we're leaving.
not really any sound so far that I'm noticing.
Within minutes, it'll all be over. You'll be hooked up to my machine, getting your pretty brains sucked out.
Do hot girls have prettier brains than normal people?
I think he's probably not too picky. It's more like It's more like somebody like Dr. Fred can probably overpower her, whereas if you're the heroic boyfriend, it's harder to like get him into a room so you can strap him down and take his brains out. Do we know why he wants the brains, or is it just we're not even worried about that? Okay,
I guess
hey,
we're
take
gonna. Whoa!
chainsaw. Yeah. Go. Uh-oh.
I just got captured.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. We have cross dressing too. So yeah, this really is Rocky Horror, the game.
I think that's just his wife.
Oh, that's his wife. You sure? It just looks exactly like him, just in a nurse's outfit and maybe a wig. But that's right. There was an Edna, wasn't there?
Okay, secret lab.
I like how the skeleton is twice as large as you, perspective-wise.
Yeah,
Like,
did they capture
we
a
have
giant-
somebody had their NBA career cut short here.
All right, well, I guess I gotta switch to another kid and find a way to rescue him.
Yeah, it's true. You are in the. I think. Yeah, I saw clips of this. I think there might be a secret brick. Oh, gee. Yeah, we may have made a bad choice with the razor. I'm not sure she's gonna make it because she's walking so confidently into there. Like that's just asking for trouble. Okay, so we'll have her get a knife then. I guess, or just do whenever we go to the kitchen, do we get kidnapped? So. There's no handle? Okay, I guess try the next door. Going upstairs is probably a bad idea.
Yeah. Especially since we haven't explored this floor fully, I feel like I'm just gonna get
I mean, this
lost.
is an old school graphic adventure game, so probably grabbing the knife won't help us at all. But it's in fact it's probably a trap because I mean, I would feel safer in somebody stranger's house if I had a knife if I was breaking in.
Yeah. Um. See.
Although that would up your charges by the police if you got caught quite a bit. So
What is?
okay,
I'm
we
wondering
gotta
if this
look at the
painting is a
painting.
clue.
We or
It doesn't seem to let me interact with it, so it's probably nothing. Hey Greer, how's it going? Open. Oh, I love that old PC speaker set. Yeah, I'm going to.
abort, abort.
The guy who's captured has the flashlight, so um, I don't want to turn on the radio. That's going to have everyone coming
How about
in.
open the drawer?
Okay, that's a good idea. Open cabinet door.
Yeah, it's probably locked. Oh, okay.
Open cabinet.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, there we
okay.
go.
So what is that? Oh, cassette player.
Oh, it's a cassette player for the radio.
Open cassette. Actually, it doesn't look like there's anything in there. Although who knows with EGA graphics.
Doesn't seem to open. Okay. Um,
Yeah, with 15 verbs here, I mean, I think we're really missing just smash. Smash should be just a general verb. Like I'm sure it probably won't help you win the game, but it would make you feel better.
all right, I'm trying. Like, which is the command for looking into the vase? I feel like there might be something
The
in
old
there.
ones used to have. Well, I mean, the old ones that came after this used to have look at, but apparently
Yeah.
not. Well,
Well,
there's read, but that seems pretty specific.
yeah. Even like the old text adventures had look. You know.
Yeah, okay, chat people, where are we going next? I mean, I guess there's a 50-50 chance the chat's gonna get us killed, but you get that sort of schizophrenic thing where somebody's telling, "Yeah, go upstairs. No, don't go up there. You'll die." So I
Twitch plays
guess we try the kitchen
attention.
again. Oh, open grandfather clock. Okay. I like the skull built into it. Oh yeah,
Okay.
open all the cabinets if
Very
you can.
slowly here, so she doesn't grab me.
Okay, pick up. Do we have pick up? Yeah,
Chainsaw.
pick up knife. Now save the
Oh,
chance.
I
Okay, I was gonna say save the chainsaw for Sid, but okay. Well, pick up. Get both. I mean, you can get. Okay,
break the
very dull
wires.
knives.
Glued to the wall.
Yeah, this is a trap, man. Like, if they're glued to the wall, I bet the chainsaw has no gas or no chain.
I'd still be more comfortable wielding a chainsaw without gas or power because
Okay,
you can
somebody's
still like.
saying the nurse is gone now.
Okay. Oh, that does not look good. Open refrigerator.
Yeah, ketchup. It's they're going for the corny.
Pick up cheese.
Yeah, sure. Just rate it.
Yeah. Old batteries. Okay, we probably can use that for the flashlight. Pick up lettuce. Can of Pepsi. Man, this is kind of tedious. Can I just
Old
broken bottles of
school
ketchup?
graphic adventure
Okay.
games.
I'd be able to press P and it's like pick up furniture.
Well, there's also push and pull.
Yeah,
Of course there is. It's all right. So open door.
Let me see.
Don't put all your items in one character. Well, is there any way
Yeah.
to? I think this is only one way. If we've already picked it up, it's too late. Because I think Maniac Mansion.
There's a give command here, so I could go back and give important stuff to Dave.
Okay, so or we can just give it to the
Oh.
refrigerator. I don't know.
David, Bob Ross.
Okay. Uh-oh. Someone's coming. Just gonna get out of here and report back to Dave. Okay, Dave, who I'm told should. There's certain people are insisting that I refer to as Bob Ross. Why does it keep making me go through the door?
It
I just want to
doesn't look.
step
No,
aside.
Bob Ross. I mean, come on, that's a conservative fro for Bob Ross. You know.
That's. I've never heard the words conservative pro before, but
No,
okay.
no, he reminds me.
Where's the cheese?
Oh, we're dead. They're on the warpath now.
Um, close front door,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
just in case.
And can we smash? See, this is where smash window would be helpful because that'd be a good diversion. You know.
Hmm. I feel like at some point we have to play the radio to attract one of the characters to come run over there and get them away from something else.
Oh, in the chat, somebody's asking if Yahtzee ever contacted me. No, he never did.
So is that true?
Yeah, well,
um,
that clip that I. Yeah, I mean it's not that big a deal. It was just paraphrasing one of my lines. I remember it standing out to me.
could it be like a coincidence or is it like one of those?
I played each clip side by side, so you can decide for yourself. You know,
Okay.
it's in that video.
There is such a thing as subconscious plagiarism.
Yeah,
It's really weird though. I don't know.
it's
I
not
mean,
that big a deal.
I don't really watch his show a lot, so I can't. And I've never met him. I can't say anything of his character. I'm just kind of speculating here.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, what are we doing now, chat? We're
okay.
yeah, because man, these
Um,
old ones, you
the
could
kitchen door is closed now, so I have a feeling he left the kitchen.
these old ones, they would let you screw yourself, and you never know it. You know, it's LucasArts used to be pretty good about that, but I think that was the later games. I think Maniac Mansion's still pretty old school. I mean, it's better than having to literally type in all this stuff, but that's about it. So
Yeah.
go up north to see the
I,
family.
I am glad that they found a way to
Okay, pick up
cut down on all the typing stuff
the
in.
chicken.
Oh,
No, rotten turkey. Okay,
week old roast.
sure. Is that like a bug or a piece of chicken on the table there, to the left?
Cup candle. Oh, yeah, let's try that. Pick up.
Okay, it's
That's
nothing.
not registering as a thing.
Yeah, naturally because it stands out visually. It's decoration.
Okay. Pick up gravy stain. I don't do tablecloths. Um, they have a command for fix. That's strangely specific.
Yeah, and
It sounds like
unlock.
something that's,
You know.
it sounds like something that's going to come up once in the game.
Yeah. Oh
Which is
man,
great.
this is just inventory madness here.
Pick up bottle of developer. Whoops.
Yeah, this is different than a lot of other even old graphic adventure ones I've played because the amount of inventory they're throwing at you like from the get-go is pretty staggering because at least with others you'll have like 4 or 5 items max and only certain things you can interact with and you're just trying to figure out what to do, but this one it's
Yeah.
good
I don't
luck.
know. I kind of dig that.
Well,
That like
I wouldn't mind
everything.
if I didn't know that they're gonna have some crazy rules because these always do, these old ones.
Well, like if every single one of them is vitally important, that's going to be really annoying.
Yeah, but
But
if you have, yeah, but do you really want like a dozen red herrings for trying to figure out what to do for a game that already is likely to have like crazy reasoning?
well, it's that's the thing. It kind of suggests to me that there isn't going to be as crazy reasoning because it's going to
Okay. I doubt that. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, maybe
yeah.
go back a second. Maybe I'm
Okay.
seeing things, but that little head. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't that look to me? That looks sort of like Adolf Hitler, the post at the bottom of the stairs with like wings coming out of his head.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Because I'm seeing faces because you have sort of demon faces on the candle holders and you have the skull on the grandfather clock. So I was looking at that and I was starting to see something there. So
All right. Dude, the jacket has been sitting on the porch for like an hour now. I'm gonna go upstairs. Um, that's the weirdest way I've ever seen someone climb stairs.
well, it's
Okay. This is. I feel like these doors are gonna be like bedroom doors, so.
I'm almost get. I almost want to say in a game like this, there's nothing that important behind that bag vault door.
Okay, here's a phonograph, and there's another cassette thing here, so I feel like there's
Okay,
something
that one
related
looks
between those two
emptier though,
places.
but it's hard to tell.
And there's a record here, like a old record. Um, Sometimes I think about these things too logically.
Oh
Like
yeah, don't do that
I,
for this game.
I think of them like if this was real life, what would
I'd
work?
say logic never really entered graphic adventure games until at least after 2000. Like, I mean, it's
Uh-oh.
maybe there's a couple
Okay.
of exceptions. Hi, all you budding writers, musicians, and game designers. I'm Mark Eater, and my company will publish anything. Just mail it to the address shown below.
Man, if such a thing
Don't
existed,
forget
I
the
would
stamp.
take them up on that. Send them all kinds of stupid crap just to see
Oh
if they'll
yeah, they
do
would.
it. But I'm guessing it's just like a vanity publisher or something. Uh, Turn on Victrola. There's no record. Okay, we're gonna be like that, are we?
I don't
Um,
know.
Use old record on Victrola. Is anyone in the chat saying no? Don't.
No, but
Yeah. Turn on record.
somebody's questioning the color scheme, but I mean these are EGA graphics, so this is all you ever get with EGA, really. Yeah, for those
That
who
was a
don't know,
weird sound.
EGA was a graphics mode that you can only have 16 colors, so and they were the same 16
Uh,
colors. I mean, from game to game. So
all right. Well,
I always hated it. I thought VGA, which allowed for 256, was just such a huge improvement.
all right. Well, good night, Dash. Thanks for coming. Let's see. What do you think? Should I give a whole bunch of items to Dave
Somebody
or?
was saying to do that, but do we even control him?
Yeah, we can control any of these
He really
characters.
doesn't seem that concerned that his girlfriend's been kidnapped. I mean, Razor here has an appropriately blank look on her face, so I can buy that. But Razor has kind of a smirk going on that's just, I don't know. It's
All right. I guess I'll just give everything to him because
yeah,
I have no
give him the
idea
rotting
what.
turkey and broken bottles and look at what I brought for you. For
Here, now you can
you,
save your
yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
I didn't put so
because
much time here.
copyright law is so aggressive, I bet there was no legal precedent for them to be able to use the name Pepsi. But I mean, nobody cared, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think if you were to make the game now, I don't know if you could get away with that in terms of the lawyers being happy.
I don't know. I
The
guess
rip
it really
painting, try
depends. Like
that.
most, like mostly people, like companies like that, won't care unless doing it gives them a bad image. Like if you put Pepsi in like a really raunchy porn game, then they might get upset. But otherwise, they're like, "Hey, free advertising," you know?
No, no, because they care more about the lawyers. They're not thinking about, okay, try the rip painting. So I guess I don't even remember where that was. I mean, there's some peeling wallpaper there, but
Yeah. What ripped painting?
yeah, where are we going, Chad?
Pull. Um, it doesn't let me interact with it as far as I can tell. Push.
Yeah, somebody's saying EJ displays 16 colors from a palette of 64, but man, for me, it's always the same colors. So I don't know. It's like it seems like a palette of 64, you could have some good looking stuff, or they just had some awful, well, not great picks for their 64 colors.
Oh, the torn painting here.
Ah, okay. So open or pull. I'll try.
Yeah, let's try pull.
I
It's
mean
not letting
that
me do
really would make sense, but that's probably why it won't work.
use. Yeah, it's not letting me interact with it as far as I can tell. Well, I haven't tried this door. Um, this door is locked. Locked grate. Open grate. Yeah, broken glass.
I guess that's for a trap, or
I earlier when I tried to pick up the film developer or whatever, I dropped it and it smashed. So, oh, fixing the painting. That's I'm not sure what that would do, but let's fix. No,
no? Why would we want to do
not
that?
fix candle.
There could be
Fix. Yeah, it's not letting me interact
there
with it
could
at
be
all.
blackmail photos inside the painting.
Hmm. Okay, so okay, so far I think I've been everywhere except the room on the left
You have a
upstairs.
chainsaw hack right through that door. Sure. Well, no, we don't.
Uh,
We gave it
oh
to
yeah,
Miss the Smirky.
the Smirky. Here you go, the Smirky. Oh, cutscene.
But he's been acting
Eddie's been
very
acting very
strangely.
strangely ever since he
Okay.
got his secret project in the lab. Yeah, so the grammar's really frustrating me. I'm worried about him. He hasn't been at dinner for 5 years. Yeah, so he's been bringing those bodies down into the basement late at night. What's your point, Ed? A lot of these, there's a lot of fourth wall breaking, but only with the villains. Um,
Yeah, but it looks like people in the chat aren't any bigger a fan of EGA graphics than I am.
are they talking about that, or are they still talking about Rule
Yeah,
34?
both.
Hi, chat.
Oh, this is different. Okay.
Paintbrush. Okay. I got paint remover. Oh, that's for. I bet we can use paint remover on a painting.
Yeah,
There might be a hidden
let's do it.
easel.
Yeah, it's. But like, I really doubt we're gonna win. So like, let's try and do as much damage as we can. Like, take people down with us. So yeah, do the paint remover. Absolutely. I mean,
I bet the only reason those knives are glued to the wall is just to get around the whole. It's like, well, why can't I use these knives as weapons?
well, no, I could see that doing that if they're like used to people coming in here to rescue their friends. It's just like a trap. Because they know people are gonna go for the knives. Oh, it's glued, then you come and get them.
I was going for the more meta explanation, but
There's a great movie. It's like a horror comedy, more comedy. Behind the Mask. It's based. It's like following like a movie style serial killer, but except like it's a documentary. Like but it's like a movie style one. Like Jason, and he's explaining like how he does all this cardio so that he can like get knocked down, and then like when their heads are turned, run off to a different part of the house and that sort of stuff. And he
I
goes
have
through all
no
this
idea
prep
what
work.
I'm
Okay,
looking
somebody gave us
at.
the code.
What?
Well, whatever.
What?
I got it open. Let's go in.
What? I just pushed buttons at random. Did I actually do it, guys? Did I happen to figure it out?
I like that painting on the right there, or in the center.
Let's see. Read.
It almost looks like the house is screaming, or the barn, I guess.
My French.
Yeah. Okay.
Not so much rusty.
The French went by too fast, but I know a little. I had 2 years of French in high school, and I barely remember much at all.
I took French.
You have less of an excuse than I did. I mean, I'm American. You're from Canada, Tom.
Yeah.
That's the. It's actually has some payoff for you depending on where you go.
Yeah. Like they did teach it to me for a few years in school, but I dropped it around grade 7 or
Je
so.
parle un peu français. Okay, let's look at the poster. Let's see if we get it. We almost have good color on the poster there.
That means I'm with the grapefruit.
I think it's an ad for Zach McCracken and the Alien Mind. That's another game I still haven't played.
I was just looking at the Commodore 64 websites and stuff, and Zach McCracken's like the most highly rated Commodore game on the site, so... Like, it's only taped on, why can't I just pull it? Video Fever, Disco Crazy, Alien Slime, Enemy Die, Meteor Mass, Kill Thrill.
These are pretty good game titles.
Pick up. Oh.
Use.
Oh, okay. Use. Kill through game with.
Oh.
Yeah, I think every time you use you have to use it with something.
So we can use the paint remover on the painting?
Yeah.
That's a low air hockey table. You'd have to be like prone to play that.
Oh man, we're on the second floor, right?
Yeah. We opened up the. Well, come on, it's Maniac Mansion. There's multiple floors.
So do you think I accidentally guessed the code or something, or do you think
I
the
really
game
doubt. I mean, your odds are what 10,000 to 1, so no.
Oh,
it's the tentacle. No, green one's the. He's cool, like from Day of the Tentacle. You can talk. Yeah, talk to him.
He's blocking my path.
Oh, he's just okay.
I guess he's like the guard dog.
Yeah, he's just screwing around. Okay.
Oh, door. Okay, that's the one I went to. Okay.
Is that like a silhouette? I'm wondering if that other painting with the old lady was like an homage to Psycho. There, off to the right.
Oh, like his mom.
Yeah, like Norman Bates' mother.
Okay, use paint remover on. Yeah, it's not registering those.
No. The one on the one the guy was painting. That one will have more meaning. So we got to destroy that one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to remember where I saw the painting. I guess I have to go back. Apparently, they're having a lively word debate in the chat.
Yeah. Somebody else. Yeah, here we go. Use paint remover on that sucker.
Hold on, the painting is of the crate.
But there
I'm
was
wondering
some.
if it's a
No,
clue
it's
to.
not completed. You know, he had something on there.
I'm just wondering if the painting is a clue to what's going on with the crate. Like it's telling us how to.
Let's just mirror that all completely. You know, let's leave our mark.
That sure was a waste.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah. That really was. But she's considering how nothing happened.
Yeah, but the paint remover's gone now.
Yeah, that's nice. See, now we've probably made it so we can't finish the game now. I'm pretty sure that's what just happened, but we don't. You know, you're only given like a subtle hint about that. I don't know. We may want to change the schedule for what games are covered because FDL would have been a winner, but you know, if the technical aspects aren't going to work out, I guess.
Yeah. Well, most of the games were kind of just ideas, so it's
Yeah.
like, so like if we get tired of this, want to move on, there's a ton of other games we can do. There's the door with no handle.
Oh, you chainsaw. Somebody's saying use the chainsaw on that. Yeah. So get a smirk, bring him in here, or have him give
Okay.
the chainsaw back to you. Either way.
Okay, Dave.
All right.
Okay. Okay, use chainsaw. What?
No, you can't use it. Yeah, of course, that doesn't seem to work. Who would ever do that?
Oh, it says it's out of gas.
No. Is there a garage or? I don't know. It seems like that's what everyone would want to use, so I'm guessing they won't let you really use the chainsaw in any sort of useful capacity.
All right, I'm just gonna quickly check the
No walkthrough.
progress. Okay, so
What's the chat saying?
no new donations. Okay, we're at 175 of the $500 goal. Hi, Fiddies.
So somebody wants me to notice Fiddles because he participated in the screenshot contest. Yeah, somebody sent me like an email where they were just going crazy because I didn't select them for the winner. So
Really?
yeah, I had a screenshot contest to give away free copies of Uncanny Valley because the creator gave me some extra ones. Yeah, I just went with the ones that, you know, I guess I should commit to too much until I'm ready, but I may be having another one of those because I have some more free games from someone else that I need to unload. I might do that in December.
I had a slightly different problem. You remember my music contest that I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I didn't do
Mike
badly
from,
for. I take that as like a learning experience. Like I feel like in the future I need to do better because I'm so far behind on all the soundtracks I want to cover.
Yeah, well, the situation there is that Mike from Channel Awesome had like a Sega Genesis, and he said that I could use it as a prize. So I'm like, cool. And so the guy who ended up winning the contest lives in Russia,
Oh,
and like right away I'm thinking, well, would it even work in Russia? Because like, do they use PAL or NTSC or what? And he said, well, it's fine. Like I can figure out some way to work it. I have some technical know-how, and so I'm like, okay. So I tell Mike, okay, the guy lives in Russia. Here's his address. And he says, okay, I'll send it. I'll send it out. And I checked back like a week later. It's like, did he send it? It's like, yeah, I sent it yesterday. This guy still hasn't got it. Because
it's it's hard to say, you know.
it's like mail to Russia from the States is kind of nuts.
Oh yeah,
Still, it should have.
customs could still be going over it. I mean, it's hard to say.
It's been months though.
It's
It's
still
really.
possible, but yeah, it's.
I haven't checked this mailbox.
I think okay.
Um. Okay.
Yeah,
So
there's
now
no
what?
look at that. I'm so used to that in these kinds of games.
What is
Yeah, fine. What is
mailbox?
mailbox?
Nothing.
Use? No, no, it's use with. No, no, it's not.
It's mailbox with.
How about read mailbox?
Like, yeah. Why not? Read mailbox. There's nothing to read on it.
Oh my god! All
I
right.
guess there's nothing in it. We probably have to put something in the mailbox to mail it.
I don't know. I'm really feeling like I feel like the theme has definitely held up, but the gameplay is not for Maniac Mansion. That's my
Yeah.
that's my sort of knee jerk review of this.
I'd better get. What is this? Did you see that?
Well, what did you tell her to do?
I told her to give the paintbrush to Dave, and she goes and walks a full circle around him. She's like, I better get closer.
Well, it's closer by the computer's interpretation.
It's like because he's on the steps, she can't figure out how to. Okay. Okay, Dave, come down here. Razor,
Use
give him the
chainsaw
paintbrush.
on Dave. That would spice this game up.
Yeah. So far, all we've done is gone into these people's houses and looted them.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
I guess we can switch back to Sid. See if there's a way to get out. Might as
we turn
well.
back,
I
he's
mean, I
dead.
feel like
He's
we've.
just starved to death.
It's okay. He's probably coming up with lyrics. Oh, nice. That they give you a. They fake you out because that's the same style of door as the other one at the top, so you would think that that's where it leads, but it doesn't.
You know what?
Wait, here. No, no. I think that you have to pixel hunt for a brick for Sid. Here, go back to Sid. I think we might be able to get
Okay.
him out of there. Okay, just
'Cause I get the feeling one of the other guys has to
okay.
unlock one of these
Then
doors for him.
just drag your cursor all over the bricks until look for some sort of look for something to pop up.
Candle holder.
Just
Pull candle holder. Can't move it.
just act like you're mowing a miniature lawn of the bricks. You know, just in waves. Just wave it all around. You know.
Wonder if I know him. Barred window. I can try pulling on that. Maybe the bars will come. Can't move it. All right.
Just leave him standing still and just move the cursor around because then it'll come up if it's one of the bricks.
Oh, so like no click, just.
Yeah, just was
I
because
don't think it really shows me anything unless I click though. Like I'm hovering over the skill,
damn,
so
that's
I have to click on things for it
so
to
you don't
acknowledge it
even
as
get a
a thing.
highlight without clicking on it then, huh?
Right? Yeah.
Oh well, forget that.
Um, I kind of remember something from the NES port. I think there's some way to go around to the backyard.
Oh, okay. Well, that would
Uh,
make sense.
wait, bushes. Pull bushes? Oh, okay,
Ah.
there's right there.
Oh,
Electric
good.
grating.
Open
Open
grating.
grating? Can't punch it,
Rusted
it's rusted
shut.
shut.
Maybe that's what the
Do I
paint
have
removed.
like oil or anything that could?
I don't know. I think Dave has everything.
Okay, new kid. Dave. Okay. There's no sound in this game. I think there's like a little. Sorry, someone in the chat just said Ontario is in BC.
Toronto is in Ontario.
Yes, Toronto is in Ontario. Ontario is a province. British Columbia is a different province. North Minnesota.
You can try giving
Okay.
the tentacle chow to Green Tentacle.
Yeah, that's right.
That seems like one of the few clues I could get here.
Give tentacle chow to. Oh, she's off screen. Ugh.
No, she's
Okay.
behind Dave, isn't she? Yeah.
Oh. I totally forgot. Just completely enveloped her. Okay. Um, give tentacle chow to Razor. Okay.
Yeah, they did a good job on the face. That's like her side profile really has just this blank expression. Like even though it's just a few pixels, they really captured the look there. Okay, he was at the top.
It's more of the middle right. What? There's a painting here, but I won't acknowledge it. So
Yeah, just give. Oh, we don't
you
have
can't
give.
pass.
Okay, use tentacle chow on. Oh no, we do have give. Okay, to the bottom left. Yeah.
Thanks. More food.
Oh, okay,
Um.
so that's not enough
Oh,
for
I
him.
gotta get all of the foods like from the table and
Yeah, the
stuff.
right. Yeah, just give him everything. We don't care.
I'm gonna bet you that he's gonna eat the wet fruit, and that's gonna be the thing.
It's possible.
There's a whole geography lesson going on over here.
Oh, about Canada still.
Yeah. Okay. Give. Okay. Oh, there's a key. We have. Oh, it's probably just the key to the front door, right? Give
Yeah, yeah.
cheese. Give. Oh, lettuce. Razor. Give can of Pepsi. I'm just gonna do everything that is food.
Sure.
Broken bottles of ketchup. I feel like the broken bottles of ketchup are gonna be for a fake blood at some point, but
I don't know if we're gonna get that far.
yeah, this is pretty dry. You know, I was told that there's some pretty haunting sounds and whatnot in this game, but I haven't heard almost anything. I think I heard some ticking in the room with the grandfather clock, but that's it.
Maybe it's a different version,
Yeah, I
or
can
there's
hear
just a
tick.
bug going on with the rendering.
Dude, just make sure Bob Ross has a paintbrush. Okay. I can't get over the way she walks up those stairs. Okay, give
cheese,
cheese. Thanks, more food.
lettuce,
Lettuce.
Pepsi.
Old running turkey. Probably has
Nice.
to eat all of these things.
Week-old roast.
Oh, can of Pepsi. No thanks, it makes me burp. Full of wax fruit. Wow, my favorite. That's what I
You're
want.
right. You're right. That's exactly.
It might not be me being.
Where's my drink? Okay, now try and give him the Pepsi again.
Now I'm thirsty.
Try and give him the Pepsi again. Maybe now he's less picky. No, okay.
Hmm.
Because I've seen that also in graphic adventure games where you try and do something, it doesn't work. Then time passes, it'll magically work. You know.
Yeah, because maybe it was gonna make him burp and he'd like run off and I don't know. I hope I wasn't supposed to give him the paint remover.
Maybe that's what the paint remover was for.
I don't think this is one of those games that will just make you stuck if you choose the wrong
Oh, I
thing.
think it is. What does the chat think? Can you screw yourself in this game without realizing it right away? If
Um,
anyone's played this,
okay, this purple slime thing. Did we get anything that you could consider a container that could
no.
pick it up? No.
Okay, yeah. People are backing me up here, Tom. Yeah, it is. It totally gets you stuck. Yeah, well, somebody's saying it seems to be mandatory. Later LucasArts games, they were actually that was a pretty good quality about them. Like you could get stuck, but you couldn't screw yourself. But man, Sierra ones, I want to say King's Quest 6 was the first one where you couldn't, or you could actually like not screw yourself. No, I mean you could still die, which I'm fine with, but you wouldn't
Yeah.
screw yourself hours later because you didn't pick up some item or threw the boot when you should have thrown the brick or
I know Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy had
oh man,
an
I never did the text based
yeah.
ones.
I haven't opened the oven,
Sure.
so I'd rather use the microwave. Okay, then open the microwave. Yeah, there's
Put the
nothing in
can of
there.
Pepsi in the microwave. I better
Better
not.
not.
Oh, what do you care?
Uh, there are a lot of differences
I'd be
between this
fine with that as
adventure.
an ending. Just put it in the microwave and on, for like an hour, then leave, and then maybe the house will burn down.
I remember when I played the NES version, I was able to get to a point where I could steal the kid's hamster and put it in the microwave. Somebody actually sat down and programmed the fact that they preferred to use the microwave. That's not that far from. That's not that weird, all things considered, with games like this.
Yeah, I've seen weirder. I'm gonna cover a weirder graphic adventure game at some point on Game Dungeon.
Random guy knows what's going on. Cyan tablecloth with a pink floor. That's the real crime here.
Yeah, the magenta. Yeah,
All right.
hot pink floor.
Uh, are you ready to give up on this game?
Well, what else should we play then? If we're gonna do something else.
I got a ton of games lying around that we can try out. Can play some Tyrion.
Well, you
Um,
can. I'd like it.
yeah, you can watch me play Tyrion and say, "Hey, you look like you're having fun."
Yeah, it's too bad. FTL really is an ideal choice because it's something where just having somebody else is sort of your co-pilot there works out very well.
Fair
But
enough.
yeah, tech, the
Yeah, maybe
technical
we should play
problems
a
should not
puzzle
be
game or something.
underestimated. What?
Maybe we should play a puzzle game or something.
Yeah, puzzle. Yeah, like a real one, not
Yeah.
not old school graphic adventure games where it. I like the style and format and the stories you get from them, but never was fond of just completely nonsensical puzzles. Okay, somebody's saying no, please God, no, not a puzzle game. Okay, I think we need something more lively, Tom. Um, I mean,
Well, I've got a puzzle game that I think.
any
Well, I guess
driving game, sir. Old driving games. Let's see what's.
well, there's a Flash game that I kind of like called Chronotron, and that's where it's sort of a time travel puzzle game. It's kind of cool. Might not be as boring as you're probably thinking, but if people are like very much against puzzle games, then
Well, so far it's been one person in the chat saying that, but I don't know how big our chat is. So for all we know, that could be like 20% of the chat.
Okay, that sounds like a dare. Just put on the most interesting game you can.
Okay.
Um, if you've seen the kind of games that I like to. All right. Um, well, thanks for coming, Colonel John. All right, let me see here. Eh, this is so hard to position
Somebody's saying that talking about pushing up Rose's reviewed. I've only seen some of her videos. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. There's one game I hope I get to before she does, because she's covered a
Oh,
lot of different graphic adventure games.
I might have just messed up the chat.
Oh, yeah, well, I can still see it. Or did you just click like ban everyone? Or
No, I just like
that would be in.
you know how I have the chat like in the okay, there, that should do it.
This one person has been recommending Pumpkin World since I got here. Pumpkin World. Without a P, without a second P there. Welcome to, oh Lord help us, welcome to chat hell. Okay, I don't know, I think we need something lively.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna screw Chronotron. I'll play something weird. Um,
Yeah, my only request for Tom when I came on was to, yeah, I mean, this will disappoint people, but I didn't want Half-Life, because, I mean, that would, I know that's probably the natural fit for most people, but I just didn't. I've seen enough of the game. The chat went, okay, people are saying the chat went broke.
yeah, it was just the chat that I'm streaming. Whoa, that is weird looking. Uh,
Somebody's saying Doom, but I don't know, Doom's pretty. A lot of people have seen Doom. Sam and Max hit the road. Oh, that's not a bad pick.
okay. All right,
Okay,
I'm gonna do
we've got two
Kaiketsu
for
Yonshin
Sam and
R3.
Max. Although that's one of those games where you kind of know how it goes, but well, I guess not for people who haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't played the new Sam and Max games just because I thought they did such a good job with the voice acting for the Sam and Max Hit the Road that like hearing the voices of the new ones was just it was too much of a shock for me. But
All right, you guys want it interesting? I'll give you interesting.
okay, Tom's bringing out something.
This is Kaiketsu Yonshimaru 3, which is the third Kid Niki game, released only in Japan.
No.
Um, have you played any of the Kid Niki games?
Me?
Yes.
No. In fact, look, I've played very few Japanese games that aren't like that aren't like real global standard ones that came across like through Nintendo in America, you know. So, you know, like Castlevania or
So basically, I'm this dude with a staff, and I shoot shockwaves from it. And these are little, these are little shurikens, throwing stars that have little legs.
should I be watching this on Twitch and not Skype or
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to screen share. Let's see here.
yeah, here's
There you go.
something. Okay. Okay, good. This doesn't look as bad as I was thinking it might be. That's just some pretty. Looks like you have some pretty good movement mechanics here.
Yeah, the controls are
You
decent.
can't go as fast, Tom. I'm spotting that's your problem right now. This is a game we need to approach a little more carefully.
What's that?
This looks like a game you can't rush through as much as I'm seeing you. I like how you can use your staff to hang on the corner edges there.
Yeah, that is a mechanic that makes this game unique.
And for everyone
Um,
just joining, we're playing FTL now, so that's what you're seeing on the screen. I like the shurikens with legs there.
yeah. Um,
Boy, this person is.
it's pretty weird, but it doesn't even approach how weird this game gets.
Yeah, but the mechanics are pretty straightforward, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
So a lot of this is really straightforward right now. It gets really crazy after like the first level.
Oh, hey to everyone in the chat. Tom will be appearing on a future game dungeon. I don't know what. I originally was going to release it this month, but then I had some other plans. But I just need to edit it. Tom's done his lines and everything. So if you want to see more Tom, that'll appear at some point in the future.
It's gonna be a good one. I can
Yeah, and
tell.
it's scripted. It's not. It's not live like this. So, oh, well, nice. You can do a slide down with your pole there. Do you take falling damage in this game?
No, but it's good to like see where
Yeah.
where you're going, so you don't have like leaps of faith. Okay. All right, I gotta find a configuration to. Okay. Oh yeah, one of the mechanics here, if you hold down the attack button, you can do a spinning attack like that. I'm not sure exactly what it's useful for, but it's just something you can do.
It either isn't, or maybe just certain specific enemies that charge you or something.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, the mechanics are pretty. So you can cast sort of a sonic wave. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got some Mega Man vibes here, I guess.
This guy took me forever to beat the first time because every time he hits you, it takes like 2 damage off him.
Yeah,
and every
just
time he
focus
hits
on
him,
dodging
1.
him and then just. Oh wow. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, if I stand like right the very left, I can dodge them, but it really is an uphill battle. This game is Kaiketsu Yonshimaru 3, or
This is FTL,
there's like
people.
some trick, like you can stand in the corner or something, but I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh, let's see. Okay, like I can't hit him while he's got the shield on, and he can, so.
And then when he has it off, it's like it's like you may as well be dodging a shotgun blast.
Yeah, you have to time it just right. Okay, I got him. Wait, if I remember correctly, no.
Now, if we get any sort of
There's
consensus in the chat, I guess we could try another game. What's this? Okay, I guess DOS and Nintendo. Any other systems you have that we can that are open for? Maybe I shouldn't be asking you these questions while you're trying to kill a hard boss. Huh?
um eh. I do have a few things set up. I've got a ton of Commodore 64 games. Um I've got a few Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Strangely enough, though, when I tried to play a Super Nintendo game earlier, it didn't stream, even though it's the same emulator that does like Nintendo and all the other stuff. So I don't know.
What software are you using to stream?
Uh, Open broadcast software.
One thing I had the problem with Quake Wars. One thing I had to do was set it to game capture instead of window capture.
Hmm.
That might be it. But I can understand not wanting to screw around with broadcast
Yeah.
settings now that you have everything up and going. So,
Play Bazooka Bill.
Bill. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but Tom's already done a pretty. That's one of my favorite episodes of We Were Gaming. So I don't know. I imagine. Like
I
if Tom's
covered
like
pretty
me,
good,
once
like,
you've
what you
covered a
see is what
game
you
for a
get.
show, you tend to get kind of sick of it unless it's just a fantastic game. Like I
Yeah.
still enjoy Strife, but most of the other games I've covered for Game Dungeon, it's like, yeah, I don't think I need to play this game again because you put more time into it than you would for just casually playing.
Oh, there! I found the sweet spot.
Somebody's saying you can't dance, Tom.
When was I dancing?
He knows this just seeing you play.
Okay. So this part's a little bit
Okay,
tedious, but
this might be one of the better quotes I've seen from the chat since I've arrived. Pumpkin World on the Pumpkin World system, released by Pumpkin People in the year 13. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good quote for the to go with the chat here.
okay. Yeah, it's so much easier when you can just huddle in the corner.
Yes.
I promise it gets more fun after this.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is one of those boss battles that's gonna take a while. Okay, so let's ask the chat. Like, what are some good games that one person can play, but somebody else is involved with remotely? That you can make decisions, that sort of thing. Yeah, yeah. Oh.
Okay, I got 2 hits with that pass. And in my experience, the most fun thing for me is to play a game where I can just get some really crazy reactions from people watching. So I have a lot of weird games at my disposal I can do that with. Who here saw me play Dancing Monster right before Ross came on?
I saw some of that, actually. It looked interesting.
I'm getting impatient. Okay,
Oh, well,
he's almost
that's
dead.
gonna be your demise.
Okay, just a couple more hits.
You know what a Nintendo game I saw as a kid that I always thought looked pretty neat, although it's probably another one of these you need a walkthrough for. A Boy and His
Mhm.
Blob.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever play through that or?
I played it. I didn't play through it. Okay,
It looked
finally.
like it had a lot going, a lot in there.
You want me to bring you the strangest? I can arrange that. This is up there, guys. Trust me. Okay, I've got one life left, but I think I can continue.
Well,
Okay,
this
so here you
pumpkin
go,
guy's
guys.
really trying to push the pumpkin game. Oh dear. So we have pissing cherubs attacking us or something.
Just to let you know, Ross, you might be on a government watch list for being in the stream now.
Well, they're gonna have a hard time getting to me.
I think these are like those little statues
Yeah, you
at
see at
like
fountains.
schools.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah,
pissing
fountains.
cherub. So Tom, what out of like your weird game collection, what percentage would you say are from Japan?
Like 80. Um, Although sometimes I have been tricked. Like, there are some really weird games that I think are from Japan and turn out to be from Korea. And one of the games I reviewed, that I don't know if you saw my review for Hentai Boost or whatever year it
Yeah, I
was,
think that's one.
2010.
I think that's one of the few ones I didn't watch all the way through because it wasn't. I don't know. I mean, my favorite ones are it's just sort of a fun thing. When it starts getting like kind of creepy, weird, sexual, then I just as
Yeah.
soon pass.
Oh yeah. Here's a duck that shoots bullets
I mean,
out of his mouth.
yeah, well, come on, that's not that weird for a video game. The statues that those are pushing more than usual limits. But.
Anyway, so people have told me actually that the in that game the woman's accent is Chinese, not Japanese. So
Wait, okay, so what
I
percentage would you say come from Asia then?
it's still probably about
80
80%.
percent. Okay.
There are still quite a lot of weird games that come from the States. Um, in particular, there are a lot of Atari games that are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, that was the
it's
real Wild West as far as what was going on there. I guess
like
Commodore
Japan.
64 had a pretty fair amount of real weird ones too.
Yeah, that too. Like Japan didn't really make a lot of games for Atari. Um, oh, I hate this part. And I just
Yeah, I was gonna
figured
say
it
it seemed
out.
to be doing all right.
There's one part where sometimes it just takes me forever to get up on that ledge, and it's always a really simple jump, and I always forget how to do it. Yeah, this is actually a dude, by the way. He just has a ponytail. So
Yeah, I mean, I thought because like look at the eyebrow. It's very. They don't add little dots for eyelashes to tell you that the cartoon's a woman.
I guess that was just a typo. Uh, I can't attack when I'm underwater, so this is a little frustrating. Okay.
Yeah, Commodore
This
64
is
definitely has some weird stuff. Actually,
yeah.
Bozo's Night Out, which I did a game dungeon on. I was originally gonna do that for one of the moon gaming things we had planned.
Yeah.
It's just that same. Although I decided to cancel that one because I thought, well, I have to talk about this. And I was like, well, I have to talk about this. I'll have to talk. And then it just cascaded into realize there was enough for an episode in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of weird Commodore games, and they come from all over the globe. Like UK has a lot of weird ones.
Yeah, very Mega
There's a
Man
lot of
battles
American
here.
ones. There's a
You're going down, man. I like the anime. I like that animation where he's just where when you hit him, he's just like whoa.
Do I have to start from the beginning of the?
Of course,
Yeah.
man. Well, you said it's a Japanese game.
All right.
That's how
Well,
they roll, you know. Do it
well, you
perfect
guys
the
saw the
first
statue
time,
thing.
or feel your or taste your defeat, yeah, and hang your head low in shame.
I wonder.
Yeah, somebody has a
Okay,
good
weird.
point. I think both Tom and I agree on this. I don't like how we're going into an age where games try to be made as strange as possible to get media attention. Yeah,
Hmm.
because the stuff, I think for both of us, or at least for me, like, we like to cover the stuff that's organically weird. Like, they weren't trying to
Yeah.
impress people, they had a vision, you know, and they went with it. Or somebody just they made a game and you can go to hell if you don't like how weird it is. Like that's
Yeah.
it's
And there was like no like marketing way back. It was just like a guy would get one of his friends who knows how to program. Like, I have an idea. Do you want to work on it in my basement? And a month later, they send it out to a publisher, and he's like, "Okay, I'll publish it." It's like, these days, like, well, there's lots of indie games, so it's kind of turning back towards that sort of thing. But there's a lot of AAA games that have like whole like marketing divisions, like where
yeah,
you say, I
yeah.
want to play a game where you're a goldfish in a sewer and you have to dodge poo, and they're like, I don't think that's going to really,
Well, you
I
know,
don't think that's going to strike a
that's
chord
sort
with
of an
our
issue I have even
demographic.
for games that aren't weird. Like I feel like I don't even know what the word for it is, but I'm starting to like notice more and more now games that the difference between a game where they were just trying to make a really good game or just interesting game or whatever they wanted versus one that it feels like it's been approved by a bunch of different people and doesn't
Yeah.
try to stand out in any sort of way. I don't know. It's I'm maybe in a few years I'll have a better perception sense of what I mean. But
So this is a game I tried to stream earlier and it didn't work, and now it is
yeah,
working.
it's
So yay!
fine for me.
It's called Umihara Kawase, and it's got a pretty cool wire physics system to it, where as you can see, Dora the Explorer here has like a fish hook that she can use to latch onto things,
I like
and
how there's a sense of momentum and mass conveyed when she's trying to haul the giant walking goldfish. Like you can tell that's not easy for her. Like she just to put her throw her weight into it. I like little touches like that.
it's kind of an exploration game. Apparently, there are all kinds of different paths you can get to beat the game, and it's it's not like it's all one open world. There's a whole bunch of different stages, but depending on what route you take, it'll take you to very different stages when you beat that. So there's not like a progression. There are many different possible progressions. Uh, oh, that's cute. I like how she's like tries to walk away and then finally just springs her back.
Yeah, I think I edited this up on when Tom and I were doing moon gaming. He had this one section where he was just fascinated with Cyril on a hoverboard on a ramp, like the animation. He just kind of kept holding it there for I want to say like almost 2 minutes, and then I finally had to like kind of cut him off.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I mean, at first it was just kind of like sort of amusing, but
Oh,
then just Tom just kept going with it, like he wasn't like this is going to be a long event. So.
yeah.
So is
By
she
the way,
putting the animals in her backpack, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I remember this. I haven't played this very much at all, but I think I remember
I think that's my main
seeing other people
criticism for
play it.
this game so far is that they didn't do some sort of animation to actually see the animal get kind of stuffed in there. Because I think that would complete this game. Yeah, I would have definitely have some more respect for. I mean, it could be simple, just seeing them just shrink in and then.
So I think I figured out how to reel myself in. Yeah, if I press down. Oh, I'm losing my voice here.
Oh
If
well,
I
well,
press
you
down.
have a long ways to. Well, okay, we should get something I should talk about more then. So you save your voice a
I'm
little
not
bit.
really losing my voice. I'm just really dry. I haven't had water in a while, so
Well, you're the one going
okay.
24 hours. I mean, even though I did that just a few weeks ago, I don't stay awake for 24 hours on purpose anymore. Like if I do, that means things have
Oh
gone
no.
wrong, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
recover.
For, for me, staying up 24 hours means that a video that I meant to put out yesterday is still not finished. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely up for over 24 for finishing Secret World. I'm amazed I
Mm.
got that out in time. It's it,
Also, it's like I used to. There was a time when staying up for 24 hours is something really pretty doable for me.
well, I can do it. I
I'm
just
I'm feeling it already, so
it's
I'm
there's
kind
no
of getting
appeal
older,
to me
guys.
anymore for it. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it means things have gone wrong now if I've
Yeah.
been up that long.
I
Okay.
think
So
there
what is
might
that? A fallen giant eggplant, or just rocks, or
it kind of looks like a dead beetle or something. I have no idea.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm imagining these eggplant soldiers, and there was like a battle here a while ago, and this is one of the fallen ones. Like they were fighting the walking goldfish or something. So does this game have a plot, or is it entirely interpretive?
I'm not exactly sure. I think if there is, it's in Japanese, so I don't understand it. I'm sorry, I need to get some water.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay,
Um,
I'll talk to the chat then while you're doing that. Okay, yeah, someone's saying try Crypt of the Necro Dancer. I saw the trailer looked awesome. I'm really not that into rhythm games. It's not that I don't have rhythm. It's just not really my thing. But that's one I'm probably almost certainly gonna check out the soundtrack too. Let's see. Someone's stayed. I've only stayed awake 24 hours, and it's considered a norm around my friends. Yeah, yeah, the most I've ever done, just total, has been 50 hours, but it was horrible. I mean, it's not an enjoyable feeling at all. Let's see.
all right.
Longest someone stayed up has been 4 days.
Oh,
That
I
sounds like
that.
definite hallucinating territory. Then, if you're going like 4 days, you probably saw some
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what someone told me. Like, if you can stay up for 3 days straight, then you start to
Yeah.
hold.
I just mentioned in the chat. I've done 50 hours before when I just had just like non. I took school more seriously than I should have, but I had nonstop work that I was trying to get done, and I stayed awake for 50 hours. And I didn't outright hallucinate. I mentioned this in one of my videos, but I would see stuff out of my peripheral vision. I
Oh,
thought I see like a dog or something. I turn, there's nothing there. So I never saw it like
yeah.
hallucinating as in right in front of me, but like stuff out of the corner of your eye. I was starting to see
That's
that.
that freaks me out a little
Well,
bit.
then don't stay awake that long. Like okay,
Yeah.
when this, I know you're doing this for 24 hours, but when
Mhm.
this concludes your fundraiser, how long will you have been awake?
Oh well, I
Are
slept
you doing
in.
something like Lindbergh where he didn't get enough sleep, as he didn't get enough sleep before he decided to cross the Atlantic, and then it just was
Uh,
awful and he almost died. But
I slept in quite a bit this morning.
Okay, that's good.
So um, I don't remember if it was like noon or 1 o'clock. It might have even been 2 when I finally got out of bed. I've been trying to kind of switch my hours around since the last day I actually had to go into work was Monday, so I slowly kind of switched my hours around. And then I was gonna have like an hour nap right before, right a couple of hours before the stream, but it didn't end up happening. Um, I had a tiny bit of rest, so I guess that helps. Um, so let's see, 8 minus 6. So yeah, it'll be about like 30 hours.
Gonna be endurant. Well, I guess have caffeine for later parts. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
at least I'm getting to you while you're more coherent. I guess John St. John's gonna have he's gonna have to carry the show then once he appears.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can be a better host than that. 'Cause, I mean,
Oh, how,
John St. John
how
and I have
nice to
hung out
see
like.
you, Mr. Newcomb. What, what, you know, it's,
Yeah, like he and I have hung out like once or twice, but he's not like enough of a friend that I can just like go on here and be like half asleep and let make him
oh yeah,
do all the
well,
talking.
have some caffeine before he shows up then, so you can at least be a wired host is better than one that's falling asleep. So.
So I get the feeling that it's possible for me to slingshot myself
Yeah,
in some
these
ways
are
in this
pretty
game. Like,
fluid grappling physics here. Yeah,
I feel like some way I can like lasso the ground and
it's
then
more
walk.
animation work, but I think what would complete this game is like, you know, animation where you're stuffing them into your backpack and you could like see their flippers like kind of struggling a little bit. Like, you
Oh
know,
no!
uh oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
you
don't think
gotta
I
stick
have
to
enough
land fish, Tom.
surprise
You
though.
can't go after the ones in the water. Why is Ross echoing? Uh,
Why is anyone echo? I'm trying to be all philosophical here. I'm not.
it's, see, you're sharp now. I mean, it's okay. Everybody's saying the echoing's back, so I guess something happened with the technology, Tom.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of stuck here. um. Um. Okay.
So do
No.
you drown if you take long enough in there? Or?
No, I think I just. I don't think there's any actual like water physics or at all. It's just you fall off the bottom. All right.
Ground control to Major Tom. The chat is not move.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah, some
Okay.
people are saying the chat's broken again. And they're saying I've gone back to the moon because I'm echoing. Why is anyone echo? It's it's like a. I love that because by saying that it's like you're adding like multiple layers of misdirection away from the problem. Okay, they're saying my voice is really bad now in terms of the echo. Here, I'll mute it, then re-enable it. Let's see. Okay, I muted the microphone, then re-enabled it. Let's see if that did anything. Ground control to streamer Tom. There's something wrong. Can you see my messages, Major Tom? Can you see me, Major Tom? Well, Tom, can you hear me? Or okay, Tom can't hear me either. Can anyone hear me in the chat?
Oh, hold on a second. Looks like some more people donated.
All right.
Someone donated anonymous, and they put Ontario is in California. You dip. We're at
Well, the
195. We're
customer's
$5.
always right, huh?
We're $5 away from my next
They're
milestone.
saying I'm still echoing like crazy.
Hmm.
Sorry, guys. I feel conflicted because I feel like half the point of bringing me on is to talk, but if I'm talking and causing bombarding echoes, I feel like I should be quiet. Let's see.
Might be the microphone here. I'm using a shotgun mic, so hopefully it filters out a lot of your voice and stuff. But that might be why they're hearing an echo.
Oh, because you have it on speakers?
Yeah.
Okay, how's my echo now, guys? Uh, this is entirely through Tom that this is happening. Well, like, I guarantee my recording won't have an echo.
I'd like to just take this opportunity to remind everyone why we're here doing this, and it's not. Oh, look at this.
To drown.
I'm just gonna have to let it happen at that point. Um. Yeah. As you guys are probably aware, there's a lot of messed up stuff that's going on around in the Middle East. Syria is in really bad state. Millions of people have been displaced. Um. I'm using Samaritan's Purse as a charity to try to get some money to help some of these families relocate to somewhere where they can be safer. Um, the Canadian government is matching donations to funds going towards Syrian refugees. So if you donate $5, then that's $10 going towards helping Syrian refugees. And so yeah, we're doing really well so far. I'm at hour what 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, well, about 7 hours, and we're what percentage are we here? We're at 39%, so we're doing really well. The goal's 500. That would be $1,000 to help these refugees. If you guys can spare any money and you want to help out, that's amazing. That would be very much appreciated. If not, just enjoy the show, and if you want to help get the word out, tweet, tell people about this stream. That's also very much appreciated. We're very close to my next milestone goal. With if we hit that, then I'll play a really really tough game, and so you guys can see me go completely nuts and lose my mind more than I've already lost it at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, thank you very much for coming, Daniel.
Yeah, later,
If you
Daniel.
manage to come back later on while we're still streaming, I look forward to having you. But if not, thanks so much for dropping by.
Oh yeah, somebody was asking in the chat, what's gonna be on like for the stream. I think you're gonna have the stream automatically cached on Twitch, and I'm gonna try my
Yeah.
best to have my portion of this appear unlisted on YouTube. I'll have a link on my website. We'll see what actually happens though. I have everything recording now, but it's entirely possible something will screw up trying to record this all through Skype. So, oh, and I was thinking earlier, yeah, for your fundraising, you're probably not gonna. Well, we'll see. Anything can happen, but my guess is you're not gonna fulfill your goal until you get John St. John on telling people to donate in the Duke Nukem voice. Like, send money now, assholes. Like, send money. Yeah, I can't do it as well.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna ask
Where's
him.
my money?
Anything that you donate, you can leave a little message. I'm gonna ask John St. John if he can say their message in a Duke Nukem voice.
Yeah, you'll get your money then. Like for the.
Well, it's
Where's
not for
my
me,
money?
but that would be awesome. Anything that it helps. like honestly, there's a lot of political crap going on with this, and um, a lot of people being very unsympathetic to these people really need help. So like anything that is a help, I think is a really wonderful thing to do. All right, I'm almost at that door. Okay, I got it. Oh, that one was hard. I don't doubt that he would do that. Just China's, he's one of the nicest guys. Of course, I'm not going to try to volunteer him for anything.
Yeah, like, yeah. Me and John are like this, you know.
Not
Say that
exactly.
in the chat while he's there.
He's a cool guy. I'm just. Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Thanks
it's
for
getting
getting
late
this.
for people, so we'll
Yeah.
we'll try our best to have some form of this available online after the streaming's over.
Okay. There's something really amusing about these stunned fish just
Yeah, well,
slowly.
again, I really like how, you know, they do a good job on the momentum to like drag them towards you. It's not just some quick arcade thing. You really feel like this small child is trying to drag this gigantic fish into her backpack.
Yeah. Phantom 2040 also has some really good wire physics. I don't know if you saw my review of that. It's not on YouTube. I'm gonna have to. I
No,
think
I
I have it
haven't
on.
then.
Basically, Rue from Clan of the Grey Wolf has this show, 16-Bit Gems, and so he and I traded off shows at one point.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
yeah.
he did.
You have to give a link to that later.
Oh no.
Is there a link to that on your website or?
It was on Blip, and Blip went under, so I don't think the video is available anywhere right
Oh,
now.
you should repost
But
it on your channel. Oh, or do you
I
have? Oh
I
no,
am
it's his.
slowly
It's his
reposting.
show. Okay.
What's that? Oh well, yeah. I have the video. I believe I have it on my hard drive. I'm slowly reposting all of my old videos that aren't on YouTube. I just posted my old Land Before Time review for I did back in 2010 as part of a collaborative series where everyone reviewed a different Land Before Time movie.
Oh
I
wow.
was assigned
How
number
many are
12.
there?
When we did it, there were 13. Oh, I think I got a game over.
I think I've seen like the first two, maybe.
Yeah.
It's all a blur. I mean, okay. You gonna try something else, or
Yeah, I'm gonna try
we
something
can do
else.
Tyrion if you want. That you don't need a lot of. That game scales as much as you want it to. So if you want something you don't have to think about much, just set it to easy, and you'll have no problem.
I'm just wondering, like, there might not be much to talk about with that game, but
Yeah,
well,
I guess most of the appeal is like in between missions when you're seeing all the chat logs and everything. Yeah,
I'll
I
give it
still
a
think
shot.
that has like the best storyline of any shoot 'em up that I know of. I mean, it's yeah, the writing's far better than it should be for a game like that.
All right.
I mean, we don't have to. If people have, well, okay. There's that one guy who's saying nothing but pumpkin. I don't even know what he's.
Yeah,
I don't know if we should give in to the forces of darkness.
like it's not that I'm not hearing you or that I don't want to do it. It's just I don't want to have to go and download something. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Um. So anyway, hopefully this is visible for everyone now.
I'm seeing it.
Okay. Oh, thank you. um. Yeah, the challenge for me when I was reviewing Phantom 2040 is I'm not used to reviewing games for their merits. So it was a lot of me just gushing, "Oh, this game is so awesome! These are all the cool things you can do." And then it's like, where can I fit in the jokes here? Like, it's basically just this is cool and this is cool and this is cool. Um, I managed to sneak some in. I think I probably did keep it interesting, but it's just it wasn't as funny as I usually do because
Yeah.
it's easier to make fun of
My,
something
my,
that's
my next
bad.
game dungeon may be a little bit like that, but I'm trying to work some humor in.
All right.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. Here we
gotta.
can look at the data. Scenic Guide to the Universe. Okay.
Oh, this is so long.
Do the Scenic Guide to the Universe. Those are the best ones. Here.
Oh,
Yeah,
the guy
yeah.
with
This is
the
just the
face.
yeah that guy. Yeah, those are the best ones. Dining, though only recently habitable, Tyrion features some capable cooking. There is little outstanding about most of the establishments. Unfortunately, the Terrace de Rock is a lovely dining hall in the city of Rockenheimer where mineral creatures can dine to their delight on tasty quartz and feldspar dishes. For our reptilian cousins, there is a fine selection of delicacies. Skype.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you're on a delay, so I have to
Yeah,
move
yeah,
before
Skype
you.
kind of. Okay, yeah. Fine selection of delicacies tuned to the discriminating grubite. No finer mealworms can be found this side of the galaxy. Sadly, there is only one dining establishment for humans, another chain in the interstellar House of Gruel. This one is even more miserable than the one located in the toe jam of Torm. Avoid at all cost and try the mealworms instead. Culture. There is only a rudimentary culture on Tyrion, but it does boast a fair number of lovely recreation camps for younger kids. Rockland is a fine example of these joyous facilities. For only 2,400 CS, whatever the credits, I guess,
Credits?
you can send your unloved ones away to slave in the beautiful quartz and feldspar mines, where they will learn all about geological instabilities, gaseous substances, forced marches, and especially large-scale mountain sculpture. It's an experience no kid would ever forget. Mineralists will also be able to gaze and wonder at the incredibly varied geology of the surface strata. Worth a look. Entertainment. Most visitors come to Tyrion to watch the beautiful floating rocks. Every 2 months, Microsol features a new upheaval where you can see these giant rocks literally rip themselves up out of the surface. One note of caution though. Unfortunately, this is extremely extremely dangerous, and they don't know in advance exactly which rocks will fly off. But for a small fee, they will arrange hospital pickup and quick to-go funeral services. I mean, this stuff is like
This is so your kind of a story.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like this may as well be like part of like a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy level stuff that they're having. I mean,
Apparently the echo stopped, so yay.
God, I hope so. That would be. I apologize to everyone if it didn't.
Oh, what's my profanity?
What?
Someone says I'm going to incorporate your profanity into my vocabulary.
Well,
I'm-
you come up with creative ones.
Yeah, I try to avoid
Upgrade your
just going the
ship.
whole-
Upgrade your ship if you can.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Move the arrow to the right for.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
okay.
checking stuff out first.
Okay,
'cause,
Tom Mulgear's. I recommend the Sonic Wave as the rear gun because you can modify it to shoot forward. But you know, get whatever you want. You know, you have so many options with guns. You know. Besides,
yeah. Okay, I'll get the Sonic Wave.
Yeah. So here, check. Yeah, once you start playing, press. It's either the enter or the space key, and that'll change the direction of. Here, press enter.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
I've played this before quite a bit. When I
Well,
was
yeah, but
younger.
some
I'm
people
just-
don't know about the alternate fire modes for the rear weapon.
Right. I'm not gonna get sidekicks because I want to get some of the better ones later on.
Sidekicks are what you get when you just overflowing with money. It's like, gee, what else can I buy?
Oh, they're really useful. It's just
I never
I
did the
should've
stuff
looked at-
with like finite ammo. Oh, you may actually
I
want to
should've got
scale down to get a
greater.
better generator, actually.
okay. Oh,
But whatever.
I don't think I'm gonna run out of power with this stuff.
Yeah, press enter and you can get the different fire mode.
You can get what?
Press enter. Now fire.
What was that?
Yeah. See, now look at the sonic wave.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. As I said, there's alternate fire modes. You know. And there's multiple ways to get a secret level on this. First off,
Yeah,
there's like
I
3.
used to play the demo like crazy. Actually, I think this is just the shareware version that I'm
That's
playing
fine.
right
It'll probably take us a while to get through it anyway. Yeah, so
All
yeah,
right.
one of the rocks.
Your-
I think
your
it's like
graph.
the next rock you have to blow up for one of the secrets.
All right.
Or another one is you have to get like this wave of fighters. Okay, somebody's gonna go watch Law and Order. Oh, that might.
All right. It's a weird cloud formation. It's very blocky.
Well, you can set it to Pentium mode and it'll have a transparency.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, I just mean like the shape of it. It doesn't seem like a miss.
Yeah,
and
well, it's
so
kind of
there's,
tiled. I mean, these are probably tiled graphics to some degree.
I'm not so much criticizing it as saying that's a little weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the floating islands too. You can kind of see where the square chunks are.
I kind of dig the floating islands. Oh, I think mostly what I like about Tyrion is that it's a shoot 'em up that I can play.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I'm
yeah,
kind of
that's-
garbage at most
You
of
know,
them.
I never really clarified that, but like in my Tyrion review, it's not necessarily that I think like bullet hell games are wrong and shouldn't exist. It's more like, what about the rest of us? You know?
Yeah.
Because imagine if like every platformer out there was like, I want to be the guy, or like Super
Yeah.
Meat Boy or something, and there was no Mario, no Metroid, no, you know, nothing like a normal person can play. And that's my biggest criticism of like the scrolling shooters, you know, is so many of them are just punitive. And
So these little dudes shooting at me, are those tanks? Because I always kind of thought they looked like little soldiers just
yeah, I
walking
guess
around
they are
shooting.
tanks.
But I mean, they still explode and stuff, and it takes more than one shot to kill them. So
Yeah, real men. Somebody's saying real men play Silver Surfer. I feel like I know everything I need to about that game from the Angry Video Game Nerd episode. That's one of his best.
I feel like I just missed a data thing.
Yeah.
That's oh man, I hate not being able to destroy all those.
Well, yeah.
claws
Well,
and
that's
stuff.
part of the appeal. You know, once you get like really mega weapons later, you can.
Yeah, you can come back to the old
You
levels
get
again.
like the lightning cannon with flamethrowers and.
See, yeah, I'd be dead 5 times
Oh,
over
wow.
if this was another shoot 'em up.
Yeah, and and you even saw the armor ship coming by there to try to give you a hand.
Mario is on the easier side of platforming. It depends on which Mario game we're talking. Like
Super Mario
uh,
World. You
yeah,
know-
Super Mario World is one of the easier ones.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
and that's a game a lot of people like. You know, it's. Well, even
like-
Super Metroid isn't that hard. I mean, it's.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Super Metroid is a lot of the difficulty is about how much you find. Because I mean, if you don't find a lot of the energy tanks, you can die really quickly.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you just like take your time and explore a little bit, find a lot of energy tanks, then you're set.
Yeah, the point is, it's a very winnable game for a normal person. You know.
For sure. Generator. Okay, I can get
Yeah, get the
this.
generator.
Oh, and I can
yeah,
get better
the
shields.
Yeah. Tyrion's like, you know, upgrading your computer. You don't want to skimp on the power supply. Yeah, it's tempting to, but you know. Okay, here, check. I think one of them's an ad for another Epic game.
They all have these same two guys on them.
Yeah, I like that kind of. It really doesn't. It seem like it belongs in like an '80s cartoon the way they have that drawn.
Hmm.
Here, check the third one there.
Oh, Epic Mega Games?
Yeah,
Is this an ad for the game
I
we're
think it is.
playing?
Hey Trent, here's some more
Oh,
games to play from Epic Jazz Jackrabbit, One Must Fall, Epic Pinball. Yeah, and of course Tyrion, a vertical scrolling
yeah.
shooter. But you knew that. And they have all their numbers here, and the
Hurry before we're all destroyed.
yeah. Well, although ironically they're one of the ones that made it. It's like
Oh.
they made the Unreal Engine, and that's all they ever had to do after that. Geez, I forget which. I think Asteroid 1 is more like a botanical gardens thing going on, and 2 is more like faces on the.
Do they both basically go the same path?
Oh yeah, I think you'll end up at the same place.
I seem to remember Asteroid 2 having a lot of like
Secrets.
treasure and
Yeah,
stuff.
maybe. Yeah, if you hit enter again, you can fire forward with the sonic waves.
Yeah, these little dudes.
Yeah, press the enter key. Yeah, there.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I have to do that every
basically get to turn your rear weapon into another front weapon.
Oh, what, only on for 2 hours?
Actually, I
Okay. Oh,
agree. It seems faster than I thought. Like I thought I'd. Yeah, it actually feels more like 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes to me.
Yeah,
But
but Maniac Mansion time is
yeah,
very
yeah,
irrelevant.
this is easier to like. I've played this game a bunch, but it's just easier. And the theme of Maniac Mansion, I think it's great, but the gameplay I feel like really doesn't hold up.
We didn't really find a lot of the offensive stuff. Like, I know they censored it like crazy when they ported it to Nintendo, but I didn't find anything there that
Well,
was
yeah,
like.
well, again, that kind of
Specific.
comes back to the gameplay again. We wanted to. I mean, I don't actually have a Metroid of Mega Man games. I guess I'm calling Mario hard in comparison to stuff like Donkey Kong. I don't know. I remember Donkey Kong Country has a pretty good challenge to it.
Yeah, well, Donkey Kong Country and like Yoshi's Island, those are games that start off very easy but get really challenging later on.
Yeah, I never played Yoshi's Island. They changed the art style. They had the crying baby. It's like no, I'll just skip it. So.
It's really good.
I,
Although I've never come close to beating it. Um, as I don't think it's like it's beyond my skill level at all. It's just um, I'm not very much of a completionist. Like I'll play games and I'll get bored, move on, forget
it all
about them,
depends
and
on the
then
game for me. Yeah, yeah. Actually, okay. Here's a question for the audience. I might ask this again. Like what for everybody out there? What's your threshold of like how long do you feel like you should give a game a chance? Like you know, like a game that's not obviously awful, but at the same time, it's not getting you. Like how much time do you give a game before you just decide no, this game just isn't worth playing? You know. Because I usually
um,
try to give a games a chance, but I don't know. I've got. It's weird. I think I would be ruthless nowadays if I wasn't doing Game Dungeon. Like,
I'm generally someone who tries to give things as much of a chance as I can, and I think honestly the biggest criteria would be what other people say to me about it.
no, there you
Oh, I
go,
got sick.
secret level.
Like if someone tells me, "Hey, you have to play this game," and it's like, I played the first level and it's kind of boring. They're like, "Yeah, I know it's boring, but trust me, it gets really good." That makes me want to
No, no.
see
I
what's
mean,
next.
you don't have that information. This is like a new game you don't know about. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is like. Yeah, yeah. See, this is bullet hell for normal people. You know, it's very dodgeable. It looks like bullet hell, but it's really not. You know, because it's easy
Yeah, I
to
got 1,000.
dodge. And even then, what you have shields, you have armor. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, one
You
person's
know,
giving games 1 hour.
wow. Well, I
Well, no,
guess.
no. Some games
Yeah.
I think that's pretty fair on. Like, cause this next game, Next game I plan to cover on Game Dungeon, I realized it doesn't really get going until like an hour or two into it, but then it really does.
Yeah, that is fair. Just when I saw the words, I give a game 1 hour. It makes me think like you're saying like I'll only play a game for an hour and then I'm done.
No, no,
But
they're
it's
not. They're
like
not like
no, if
you
it's
with
like if
five
it's still
minutes.
not good after an
They're
hour,
not
then
like you with
yeah, for
5 minutes
sure.
of every game.
Yeah.
You still
Um.
do that one?
Yeah, I do. I've just since I lost my computer, I've lost some of the episodes,
Oh
and it's
damn.
kind of hard to get back into the
Yeah,
groove and stuff. But um, I am gonna get back to it. I'm just trying to stay as
I like this. What's that game that was supposed to get good after 20 hours? Final Fantasy 14 or something? Screw that.
yeah. I am not a fan of Final Fantasy games.
Me neither. Well, I have the excuse that I just don't like turn-based fighting. So
Yeah, you know what? You hit on something that I've always felt when you were reviewing that Secret World game. It's like I don't like this in between sort of thing. Like I
yeah,
like
yeah,
games turn based if they have a lot of strategy and
yeah.
tactics to
Because there are.
them.
I mean, that's still not my thing, but I can appreciate what's going on there. Like,
Ah,
okay,
the
heal
charge
this
can. That's
guy,
what.
equip this stuff, and attack this guy, and like optimizing your turn. I can appreciate. It's not my style, but I appreciate the gameplay.
Yeah. So like for me, it has to either be like a real time action oriented game or it has to be turn based tactical. Like I don't.
Yeah, not this
I
pseudo.
really hate games where it's just press A, attack. Okay,
Wait,
I attack him.
wait,
Now he's going to attack me. Okay, now I press A to attack him back.
wait
Like,
again. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there any good data cubes or?
let's see.
We could almost skip. Oh, okay, okay.
Oh,
We
it's
have this
Trent.
guy. He's a merchant. Let's take a.
Okay,
Hey,
hey
Trent.
Trent. Sorry, is Trent
Yeah,
the
yeah.
main
That's who you're
character?
playing as.
Okay. So is this kind of like a Minority Report thing where they like take your data and they see that your name is Trent and just apply it to the message, or is this a guy who knows me?
No, no, no. Everybody knows you. Like it's
Okay.
you're not particularly famous, but everybody just knows you. So
Okay, 1942, Ace of Aces, Aegean Voyage, Strip Poker. Um,
no, we're not playing strip poker on Skype. The,
I'm pretty sure it's against Twitch's rules anyway.
yeah, yeah. And plus, I was thinking that would probably drive off as many fans as it would.
Mm. Uh,
Let's see what. Um,
Barbie.
no, let's just get something that you can like look at like, oh, okay, that looks like a game we could play or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what game I remember being kind of trippy for Commodore 64?
Hmm.
I played a version of the Transformers game
Oh yeah.
where you fly around and I just remember it just being kind of like I don't know. Like I think there were multiple versions. This one had like a black background as of some sort of platformer.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm loading it up right now.
All right, yeah. You can do screen sharing once you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It's been a lot. I haven't played that since I was a kid, but I remember it just being cool. And also the Transformers theme sounds pretty tight through the
Yeah.
Commodore synth chip. Yeah, I think this is it.
Yeah, the music was really cool. This game is kind of it's one of those games that hasn't really aged well. Like it's like I liked it as a kid and then I played it later as an adult. It's like this is not a good game.
Yeah, but it's just kind of you can fly around with some of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Here's part of why it's an issue. Like up flies, but it also is what you need to do to go up the ramps. And if you
Yeah.
fly and touch any of these like platforms from below, you die instantly.
Oh,
So
wow.
sometimes you'll get like to a ramp and you'll try to walk up it, but you'll fly by mistake and die. Okay, I'm gonna put him away because he's almost dead. Okay.
And it's another one of these games that didn't have the manual to or anything, so you just try to figure out what you're looking at.
Oh, and here's the thing: like, you can transform at just about any time and become a car, and
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. And you can like run right into robots and destroy them by driving in them. But then
I remember being able to fly like really far away, but, but like a lot farther off, and it made me realize just how huge the game was. Or
yeah, all of the images you see in the background there are from games that I've reviewed, or at least games that are weird that I would like to review. Um, so if you go to my channel, you'll find almost all those games there.
yeah, just keep flying up and away. Let's see where that takes us.
It's just I have to be so careful because if there's a wall up there, I'll just die. Right? Oh, I've got the thing. There's like, I think you have to get 4 energon cubes and bring them back to base, and that's how you win.
Oh wow! So yeah, see, I never even knew there was an objective
Oh, I'm
aside from
almost dead.
don't die. Yeah, Commodore 64 games got so cryptic. You know, I haven't seen anyone type in the chat for like a
Okay,
minute.
see, this is what I'm
Maybe
talking
that's
about.
just because it's slow.
You see this ramp right there?
Yeah.
See how small it is? If you try to
Okay,
walk
somebody
up it,
type.
your death is almost certain. I probably have to fly back and collect that cube again.
Yeah,
I
these
really should have just
enemies.
picked Optimus from the beginning. He's the only
These
one
enemies
who uses
really are
that.
not enjoyable. I can see. You know, it's just fly around spastically real fast while you try to
Yeah, and you move
shoot
too
at them.
fast for you to really, especially if you transform. Like you go faster than you can keep up with a screen, and what?
Yeah, and then you die, I guess.
Like sometimes you could drive right off the edge, and then you just fall and die. Even though normally you can fly, you can't transform in midair. If you drive off an edge, you die. There's nothing you can do.
Somebody's mapping.
Oh,
What game you
looks
mapping?
it looks like
Like,
your shields regenerate if you go into storage or whatever. So that's good. That's one good thing for this game. Oh, yeah, and I forgot. If you land on a slope, you die from that.
uh,
This game is ridiculous.
yeah, yeah. It's like it looks really friendly and accessible, but it's really not. it's
I
it's
remember
like
actually
a
beating this game before, but it's not easy. There's, yeah, I think there's 4 of these energen cubes, and you bring them back to base, and I was
jeez,
trying
yeah.
to be
That's
careful, and I still messed that up. Okay, I'm gonna give this another shot. I'm just gonna go straight to Optimus Prime. He's the only one who can like last. And I almost, wow, did you see that? That was really close.
so fun the energon cubes and win.
I still haven't brought the really easy one back to base. Okay, I can just.
Yeah, I don't know another Commodore one that I don't know. Like it's one I might eventually do a game dungeon on. I haven't decided yet, but I think it's called like Time Tunnel, where you play this gnome and you walk around and like try to use items to go back in time to different locations and fix history. It was.
Interesting.
I remember it had some substance. I was surprised.
There we go. Yeah, you have to collect
Oh
four
wow!
of
Oh
these.
yeah. Okay, so you got farther than I ever have in this game.
Okay. You have to be so careful. I don't know what they were thinking with a lot of these.
You know, guys, there are looking at the chat here. There are thousands of Commodore 64 games.
Oh yeah,
It's
the library is
it's
as
like an
great.
ocean.
Yes, at least. Actually, more probably because NES had, like, Nintendo had very tight control over what would be published.
Yeah, it's real. Commodore 64. I mean, I mean, I guess except for just the PC, I'm not sure there's any other platform like historically that's had such a big variance on like good and bad games because you just have everything. I mean, it's just full spectrum, you know. Whereas Nintendo, even the bad games, they usually had to meet like a certain level of quality, like you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, you have a few unlicensed ones out there, but it's like Commodore was
Well,
just
even those
way
you can
more
pick them. You know, the character will jump when you tell them to, and you know.
like Commodore was way more accessible for developers because
And
like
less so for
he used
players.
discs and stuff, and anyone who owned a Commodore could save and load stuff on a disc. You could uh,
Yeah, but okay. See, somebody's saying Jekyll and Hyde disagrees. Okay, well, no, I don't think so because you know what? When you start Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, you know what to do, sort of. Like you know to start the game,
yeah.
and pressing right moves him to the right. That's more than you got for a lot of Commodore 64 games. Like you didn't.
Um,
It would just be completely cryptic. You know, I
to
mean,
play devil's advocate a bit here, Bokosuka Wars.
I don't know that one.
That's an NES game where you just have no idea what to do when you play it. Oh, but yeah, I do agree. Like there was always an attempt to meet certain standards.
Yeah, man. Somebody's asking if this is Transform. Yeah, this is Transformers.
I'm Bumblebee.
It's better than the other Transformers game I've seen, which is real. It's almost like a sim management thing.
Really? Oh, look at that. My strength meter. You see at the bottom, it went down all the way. I
So
and so
what's the strength do?
it's like whenever you do anything, it uses sub strength, like it's
Oh,
effort.
okay.
And if your strength hits zero, then it starts taking away from your shield. So it's like you lose life
Oh,
for just trying to move. And I just lost a crap load of it. Oh, and I have no firepower left, so I can't shoot. And yes, this is one of those games I thought was decent as a kid, and then I played as an adult.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know, it's. I guess what. Oh wow, there's a
Oh
dog
yeah,
there.
this is perfect. This is the only place where you can just drive.
Yeah, well, as a kid, you know, it's like I never got that far, but you know, from how the game presented itself, it led on like there was more to it than there was. So I just imagined like, oh, what's in this giant world, you know, this that I've only seen glimmers of.
Oh, did that just instantly heal me? That's pretty good, so I don't have to wait. All right. I do like the
Yeah,
sound he makes when he runs.
yeah. Somebody's talking about Atari in the chat. I guess was, I mean, Atari games were like real basic, is the thing. You know, I mean, that's
Yeah.
just. I mean, yeah, there's probably a few exceptions, but you don't really have like larger adventure that much in the way of like larger adventure titles with Atari. They're just sort of one shot things where you can play for a few minutes.
There were a few exceptions to that, but yeah.
Yeah, a few, but
Um,
not a lot.
Pitfall 2 I think is a pretty awesome Atari game, but I think that was late in its
Mid cycle.
yeah, late in its life.
Yeah, I guess life. They probably.
Oh jeez, my shields just went way down from that. All right, rest up. No, you have to be lined up perfectly. Okay. And they kind of basically had to add an extra chip to Pitfall 2 to make it work with an Atari because it was beyond what was possible with other games. Oh, here's another place that would be good for driving. Just look at this.
Yeah, it's. I wonder if anyone's mapped this out. Maybe probably
Oh,
not because this game's. I would think this game might be too obscure. Like
it's not that
for
obscure.
NES stuff, or you know,
Yeah.
like everything under the sun has been found out. But for Commodore 64, not necessarily.
There is a surprising amount of what you saw that, right?
Yeah, you just sort of walked. The stairs took you up another level.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I found one.
Oh, Energon Cube.
All right.
Can you just collect them all at once, then come back to home, or
I'm not sure about
nobody
that.
knows? Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna transfer.
Okay, hey, here's
Right.
another question. Since we're playing Transformers, here's another question for the audience. I have, I mean, aside from the obvious '80s one, which is pretty solid. Oh, okay, we lost.
Yeah, that's
You want to
the
give
thing that I
Time Tunnel a
mentioned, where you
try?
try to go up a ramp and then you accidentally fly and hit the ceiling.
You want to give Tunnel a try if you can, if I have that one, or
Oh, I don't have it on here. I would have to download it.
oh, okay.
Oh, I have a GI Joe game that's pretty fun.
Okay, well, sure, why not?
Um,
Okay, yeah, okay, so here's my question to the audience. Out of the new Transform movies, I've only seen the first one, and it disappointed me pretty badly.
all right, good
Is
night,
it
Borg.
worth at all watching any of the newer ones, any of them? Because I went in there with low expectations. I wanted to see giant robots fighting each other. And instead, I got a soap opera with Shia LaBeouf. And when there finally was action, they like to zoom way in and like shake the camera around, so I couldn't even tell what was happening. So I was quite disappointed on that. Can I expect pretty much the same from all the newer Transformer movies, or are there any of them like worth watching if I just want to see robots fight each other? Shia LaBeouf, whatever. I don't particularly care for him.
All right. So, basically, these spots on the map are places where I can go to, I guess, counter
Drill
some sort of
oil.
Cobra threat. I
Oh.
believe the star-looking ones are where I can have like a one-on-one shooting match, and these other ones are vehicle stages. The vehicle stages we kind of want to avoid; they're kind of boring.
Okay,
Um,
sure. Hey, I'm sure there's always plenty of shooting to be done in South America. Like if we go to the right places, I'm sure we can find a place. If we spend long enough, we can find a place worth shooting up
all
because
right.
people will be shooting at us. Oh, okay.
Oh
So
yeah,
do we
this is a
pick
two-player game, so I could. Okay.
You really think you want to try doing remote control stuff? I don't think
No.
that's a good idea.
Um, basically, if I use the first player joystick to try select, it'll just pick one and to make that computer controlled. Um, but if you try to use the second player control to pick, then it'll count it as you're the second player. All right, so some of these guys are good, some of them are bad. I don't remember. I remember Snake Eyes is good, but I'll just pick Snake Eyes. I know, like, if you lose, then that agent is taken out of commission, and then you can't play him again. Or I think you can eventually, but it's like, turn the disc over. Okay. I love how he holds the disc like he's gonna destroy it.
And their artist was struggling with proportions a little bit.
Yeah, like the finger that he's
Geez,
pointing with just
that's
looks like
something
it's a
you could
nub.
like. That's something you could almost like put on your channel art, you know. Like,
I did do a text review of this game way back. Um, ooh, it was back when I was kind of new to reviewing, so it's not as fun as developed as some of my later reviews. Okay, where's the
okay, according to the chat, no, none of the other Transformer movies are worth watching.
yeah. Um, Yo, Joe. And now we have to sit through the loading screen.
This picture in itself is definitely worth. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I never watched the GI Joe as a kid.
See, that's a funny thing. I didn't watch it a lot as a kid, but everyone, of course, knew of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched a few of the stuff as an adult, and it is absolutely amazingly. I'm not sure how to describe it other than its creators knew that nothing that was going on in the episode was going to make sense, and they just went with it. They took it as far as they could, and it's it's pretty amazing. Like I swear, like every creative decision is like, what kind of weird, stupid stuff can I get away with putting in this episode? There's one where
Wait, sorry to interrupt here, but are we just like running around the Cobra control room trying to shoot a villain while other people are just working at the panels?
yes,
Like we just broke in the window or so, like we just came in and now we're just running around and
yeah. And as you can see, they have a security system that has like an actual
Cobra
robotic
laser.
cobra that shoots lasers.
But I like how nobody else is doing anything. There aren't more people showing up. That you're just like, this is almost like Three Stooges level
Yeah.
of combat here.
I don't think I've hit him once.
Yeah, I just like that. I like how we're not doing this like just out in the jungle, like we found them. No, we're in their base, just running around by ourselves, trying to shoot one guy who's
Yeah.
who's there. I like this. It's
Yeah.
and everybody else is just like, get back to work. I got this. We're not deploying. You don't have 10 guys trying to take you down, just him. And
So, yeah, there was like one episode I saw where a bunch of the Cobra guys got into an argument, and they started there was like a big fist fight between them, and out of nowhere, one of them swung and hit another guy with an alligator. Like it just like picked him up by the tail and swung and smacked him with it.
I have seen those GI Joe PSA spoofs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people probably seen them. Those are gold if you haven't seen them.
So yeah, like the alligator was not seen before or after in the scene at all. It just came out of nowhere just for that one
Nice.
shot, and it's not like this was like a serious creative decision. It was just it's like let's just have this guy hit another guy with an alligator, no explanation. It'd be funny. They're like, yeah, let's do it. That's what like the whole game is like. And it kind of surprises me that people didn't know back in the day that this was intentionally ridiculous. But it is a lot of fun to watch. There's this other one.
Maybe there's like a highlights reel somebody's made. When am I
Yeah.
watching that?
There's this other one that I watched. This I found absolutely amazing. There's one episode where one of the characters, I can't remember which one of the Joes. I think some kids lost their home or something, or they were building like a new orphanage or something. And while it was being built, one of the Joes was spending time with the kids, and he was telling them like a campfire story or something. And in the background, it was like this weird sort of just animation glitch where like a kid appeared for a few frames and then disappeared, and there was a sound effect of just a woo woo as the kid appeared and disappeared, and I realized it's like they they realized that they made a mistake, and rather than fix it, they added a sound effect to make it canon that a kid just appeared and then teleported away in the middle of his story. And, and
Nice.
That is amazing.
Yeah, if anybody knows, and if there's a good like GI Joe highlights reel or something, or just all the craziest stuff. Because it sounds like something somebody might have made. I'd love to see that.
Well, my friend Derek, he goes by Derek the Bard online, and he has he has a show where he sometimes covers Saturday morning cartoons, and so he'll talk about. Oh, we both
Oh
killed each
wow,
other.
is it a draw?
Might have
Do
been.
you both? So
Yeah.
you each shot each other.
Turn the disc over. Okay.
I guess
Okay,
we'll
dude.
find out.
Um. Yeah, so he covers Saturday morning cartoons, and he'll kind of give sort of a summary of the entire show and show you some of the craziest stuff that I definitely recommend it if you're into like looking back at old 80s
Yeah,
cartoons.
it's kind of a few years ago I tried to go back and like watch
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I mean I loved the show as a kid, but I found the writing just kind of painful. Like I mean of course I liked it as a kid, but like how some shows they'll appeal to kids, but as an adult you can watch them. They'll be like extra stuff. Like a perfect example is like the '60s Batman.
Okay,
You
this
know,
this
if you're watching that as an adult, there's still lots of entertainment in that.
yeah.
But I don't know. I just found that it just. I mean, I started watching the first episode and it was just like, too stupid. And I was like, oh man, I can't go back because. I mean, there's stuff I loved about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like how imaginative the stuff was.
Yeah.
Like I love the Dimension X stuff, but I don't know. It's like inaccessible to me now because the writing was just too rough. And there's a Star Wars discussion going on in the chat. Guys, don't even
Yeah.
guys trying to analyze the prequels. I mean, all you're I'm trying to think of something more wasteful to do with your life, but I'm having trouble coming up with something. Like the prequels. I mean, just assume they're all bad and move on.
Okay, so Destro is behind bars by the looks of it, so I guess I won. Oh,
Okay.
this arena, I think. Oh, and Snake Eyes is too. So it gave me the victory text, but yeah, it was a draw. Both of the characters are out of action. I'll be Blowtorch. Uh, Derek showed me some pretty wacky stuff from some of these cartoons. There's there's one he did like a panel at a convention for 80 cartoons, and he spent like most of the panel talking about this one show called King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. And okay, here's the premise to this show. Um, a high school football team goes back in time to Arthurian times and becomes the Knights of the Round Table. And Arthur was their like quarterback, and
Shows like that are pretty common. I mean, you have what
yeah,
Denver the Last Dinosaur. You had,
yeah,
I feel pretty fortunate having like the exposure to just weird and fun cartoon stuff that I did as a kid. I mean, maybe there's equivalents as good now for kids. I have no idea. I haven't.
Oh man, my guy is really slow though. Look how fast his guy's going.
Well, yeah, but at least this scene kind of makes more sense to me because you're having this like out and out street fight,
Yeah.
Whereas the other one, you're just like wandering around his base, so like yeah, everybody's cool with this, It's
Now,
like
the cool thing about this arena is you see that robot?
yeah,
He'll chase one of the
whoever's
guys
closer.
and
Or,
attack them. And let's see, right now he's chasing me. If he accidentally shoots the robot will turn around and attack him. Um, so I think I can also reprogram the robot by shooting him, but it takes several hits.
there's a lot of Star Wars discussion in the chat. It's
I'm not sure I want to get
you
involved,
know what
but
you
I
know
saw
what had it
some
was
people.
simple, but it had a better story than the prequels. I haven't even played the first one. I played Rebel Assault 2, and it was about, and it even had Phantom in the name. I think like the Phantom Empire or something, and basically the plot line was that they developed these TIE fighters that could be cloaked or something, which is just going to ruin everybody with it, and your job was to stop. I'm sure it looks extremely dated now, but I remember for the time the production quality was pretty amazing on that. They used this sort of interactive movie stuff that it was done decently well.
Okay, I'm gonna play this for
Okay,
just
so
a
sorry.
little.
Back to GI Joe. I guess I'm not that familiar with GI Joe. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know any of these characters.
you don't really need to know a lot.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But that was another idea I had that I never got off the ground, was to take like maybe somebody's already done it, to take one of these 80s shows and just like keep the episode but just scrap all the audio and put in your own dialogue.
Oh,
And
okay.
I bet you could turn it into just something utterly hilarious and worth watching. I mean, it would take a
Unfortunately,
lot of
there's a whole
it,
copyright issue with that. So
maybe not, because it's parody at that point. I mean,
possibly, I don't know.
yeah, well,
It's
you'd
very
have to do a lot
iffy.
of dancing on YouTube. I mean, I think it would be considered fair use if you just scrap the entire soundtrack and put in your own dialogue.
Um,
But yeah, I
the
guess I'm
safest
not.
the
What?
safest bet is to find something in the public domain and do that.
It's fine, because I've got so many other things I'm working on anyway that it's one of these ideas that'll probably never come to fruition.
Um, I'll s- I'll do a vehicle level before I move on, just to kind of show you what they're like.
Okay.
Um,
I should move your mouse cursor off.
yeah, that stupid thing.
I
Okay.
mean, it's not that it makes that big of a difference, but
So, oh yeah, there was one thing that I was working on a long time ago, which is where I heavily edited a bunch of old public domain black and white movies and scrapped the audio and voiced over them.
Oh,
And
nice.
basically, I took a whole bunch of clips from different like shorts and whatnot, and I put them together as if they were all one story. Because I noticed like there's one actor that I found in more than one thing, so I just pretended it was the same character. um, it it didn't really go that far though. After a while, I just ended up kind of resorting to the same few jokes. After a while, that I had to kind of stop and retool it a little bit, and I kind of just got lost in the minutia.
I'm amazed people in the chat are analyzing the prequels, the Star Wars prequels, so much. I mean, it's just like, geez, what? That just. I mean, my analysis is George Lucas shouldn't have been the writer or the director. Yeah, or the director, because you watch the prequels. Like, you would think Natalie Portman doesn't know how to act. Well, no, she can really act.
Oh,
So I guess that falls on the director when it's just.
Oh yeah, there are lots of movies I've seen where otherwise really great actors are terrible, and it's always comes down to direction and, well, I guess probably even just editing and like which takes they use. Like someone's like, "Oh, I flubbed my lines." Like,
It's
"No,
hard to
that's okay. We're
say,
just gonna
because
use it anyway."
it can be direction, but sometimes, like, direction can't save a really bad script, you know. But in the case, but yeah, it probably was direction.
Oh,
Case of Star Wars.
yeah. The weird thing about this mode, um, is like I mentioned, this game was a two-player game. Most of the time, when you play two players, it's like you against Cobra. It's like
Yeah.
one guy's GI Joe, the other guy's Cobra. In this mode, it's cooperative because like you can just play by yourself without a problem. But if you have
So
a
one
second
person
player,
controls the tank treads, another person controls the gun. That would be neat.
yeah, that's it.
Like,
And you see the sort of meter at the left that shows like how far the shot's gonna go. Oh, when you move up or down, it like really low means it just shoots like right in front of you. So it's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird to me that like you go from being it goes from being competitive to cooperative right in the middle of the game.
No, it's
um
varied.
what's that?
I said the game's varied.
Yeah.
It's,
um I don't know if this is just the really immature person in me, but I always get a
oh,
kick out of the sound that this tank makes when it runs over this stuff.
I can't hear it. Sorry. It's like I'm only getting like
Yeah.
small glimmers of the sound.
Anyway, so yeah, this part of the game can get really boring and tiresome. So, uh,
Okay, so maybe we should cover something else then.
yeah.
Maybe that's okay. So what's another? You have any Commodore 64 games like you don't know what they are?
A few. Although I set some of those as milestone goals. Like if it
Oh, okay,
reaches a
okay,
certain
yeah.
thing, then people can get
Yeah,
me to
okay, so
play a
we
game
gotta
I've never
donate more
played.
for those.
Um, let's see here. We're still at 195.
Yeah, yeah, Emma Real. Those are my thoughts exactly. What you just typed about those actors.
Mhm. Yeah, I've seen a lot of really good, talented actors do some really terrible performances. I never blame actors for a bad performance. It's just like you
Yeah,
don't know what happened.
yeah, because that's typically more a director. I mean, because the director should recognize if the acting's not up to par, and kind of push them harder for that. Although who knows in movies, there can be so many politics going on.
There are some where you can blame the actor, and sometimes it's really funny. I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but there's this movie, The Island of Dr. Moreau. Um,
Yeah, so I think I didn't even finish that one.
yeah, apparently Marlon Brando just kind of went nuts with that movie. He was like he was a pretty big star at the time, and it was kind of a lesser, a lower budget movie without any other like big names attached to it. So he kind of had a lot of weight to throw around, and so he started making weird demands, and they just kind of gave into them,
Oh wow.
because they didn't want to lose him. And it's kind of hilarious, honestly, because like there's like one scene where I think he put a bucket on his head and just said, "I want to film like this," and they did it. He didn't put on pants for most of the movie and just had them film him from the waist up. And, um, uh, as somewhere along the line, and I swear I'm not making this up.
Or should move around or something like with the
Oh, am I in?
with it.
Oh,
Or is it not showing? Or maybe it's just not showing me. Huh?
um, yeah, somewhere along the line, he found this little person and made friends with him, and just he insisted that his new friend be in the movie, and they put him in. He had them put him in every single scene that he was in. He never
Oh
had any
wow.
lines, but he always just
So
sitting
kind of
next
like
to
a
him.
mini me in the.
Yeah, and it's never explained in the movie at all, and nobody ever acknowledges it. He's just always sitting next to Marlon Brando's character the whole movie. It's really wacky.
The yeah, if anybody wants to see a good Marlon Brando movie, uh, if you watch The Freshman, he essentially reprises his role as the Godfather, except this is a comedy, and it's very well done.
All right.
It's, oh, Oils! Wow, there's one for Commodore 64, huh?
Oh, you know the game?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I played the Sierra. There was a VGA remake put out by Sierra that I played. Had cutscenes after each one.
Oh yeah, someone in the chat is saying that Mini Me was inspired by that guy in Island of
Oh
Dr. Moreau.
wow, okay.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Well, wasn't there something like that in? Jeez, I forgot the name of the show. It's like something Island. Um, I think Christopher Lee might have been in it, or maybe I'm just. No, not Christopher Lee, the actor who played Khan, the original one in Star Trek.
What's the guy's name?
Okay, come on, chat. This is what you're here
Ricardo
for.
Montalban.
Yeah, yeah. He was in some TV series where they had a small guy.
Okay, just to kind of explain this game to those who haven't played it, you can gobble up all of these monsters if you
But you have to
touch
be
them.
facing them. Yeah, that's your drill bit. You're drilling for all the oil.
Yeah,
And as you know, once you drill underneath the earth, the horrors get unleashed. So you got to take them out and dodge them while trying to get to the crude.
yeah. If they touch any part of your hose other than the end, then you'll lose a life. Um,
And
so
you can hit a button to snap it back.
yeah, so you always want to try to retract it to avoid getting hit. The flashing ones can go through your pipe or whatever it is, without you getting damaged. There's one flashing thing that gives you a lot of bonus points if you hit. That's this one. It kind of is shaped like a cup, like a trophy.
Okay, so those don't hurt you. Those are just like points or something.
Yeah. There's also one that's shaped like a bomb, and
Oh,
that
goodness.
one. Oh, my time's almost up.
Oh, yeah, and there's a time limit because this game's not hard enough. I think I got to like on the VGA one. I think I got to maybe the third or fourth level max. I remember this game being pretty hard. I mean, whoa, okay.
But yeah, there's also a flashing bomb thing that hurts you if you try to eat it. It's the only thing in the game that hurts you if you eat it.
Whoa. Oh,
But
slow. Oh, yeah, get the bottom stuff. Get the bottom stuff. Don't even because that takes more time to get to. You know.
yeah, um, but because it's flashing, you can let it pass through your pipe. So in many cases, it turns out to be your only valid strategy because sometimes they'll appear even at the top row, and there's no way to avoid them. Those guys, the flashing bomb things, you don't eat those.
Yeah, in the Sierra one, you'll get after each level, you'll get a cutscene with a dinosaur that happens to be living underground,
Oh, interesting.
and yeah, and then like you know all these drill bits will just burst into his house, or just like he'll be in the tub and it just comes through the bathroom, and it makes you kind of look like the bad guy because you're
I didn't mean to go that way.
because you're invading his home here looking for oil. Yeah, you're good, man. I remember this game being pretty hard the one I played it.
I used to play this.
I
Game
don't
a
know
lot.
if oh geez, this color scheme is kind of rough.
This is like the Christmas level.
Yeah.
It's those little alcoves with just the one dot that will get you.
Yeah, I guess oil's cheap right now, although I think it's I think it's I think it's the equivalent of OPEC take I think it's the equivalent of steroids. OPEC just decided to open up production a lot. Yeah, oil is not cheap because we've discovered lots of new oils because we're just opening the valves on the oil in the Middle East for, I guess, political reasons. I think they were trying. I read that they were trying to like, sort of sabotage. Gotcha. Sabotage fracking efforts in the U.S., but I don't know. There might be more to it than that. Yeah. So I was saying they could get addicted to this game. I mean, it's well done. You know,
Yeah.
gameplay's solid. It's just I found it hard, especially
Yeah.
when you have a timer.
The
I mean,
difficulty.
Tom here is good. I can see that.
uh, I am having a little bit of difficulty with the controls. Might just be the controller I'm using. See, like I was trying to go down there and I went right. As you can see, there is.
Yeah, if you like this, definitely look
for
up the
sure.
Sierra version. That's exact same thing, just better colors and cutscenes. You know. Nice. Yeah, get the rest of the bottom row if you can. Yeah, yeah. I think you can have it now. You got the hardest stuff.
How many points before I get an extra life? Because I could really use one.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nice. I think we. Yeah,
This level.
you're tearing this up.
I think this is the level where it really gets difficult. This is what I'm talking about. You have to just kind of wait it out with a guy.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, there's some master who posted all the cutscenes from the VGA one online. I watched that. I was like, oh great, now I never have to play this game. I almost. Well, I mean, this one has some actual gameplay to it, but I almost feel like that should be a label for some games, like. Like warning, there's nothing in this game you can't get from watching a playthrough. like,
Whew.
like, there's no reason to buy this game if you're fine with watching a playthrough. Because there are some games that do seem to be that way. Yeah, well, somebody's saying that the North Dakota field's coming online. No, that's not why it's cheaper. I mean, or not why it's much cheaper. In fact, the North Dakota fields, I think they're kind of getting to the peak of that. I mean, not for natural gas. There's tons of natural gas still in USA, but that's actually what OPEC was sort of trying to sabotage, is because a lot of the stuff a lot of the fracking stuff only becomes profitable if oil is like $100 a barrel or something, and because I mean, even though we can get to more than we used to, it's still expensive. So
Canada is an oil producing country.
you bet it is. That's where USA gets most of its oil, I believe.
Probably.
From the tar sands, a lot of that.
And like,
I mean, yeah, it's horrendous for the environment, but it's
a year or two ago,
wow. You're
business
on level
was like
5.
really booming in Alberta, which is where a lot of the oil is.
Yeah.
Right now it's struggling a lot because I guess the price of oil went down, and so
Again, there might be more to it, but I think that's what OPEC's trying to do, is to undermine all these other alternative oil things. But it's just stupid, because it means once we start to decline, we're going to decline harder and faster.
I think there was like, I think that was part of what was going on with like the last election and stuff. Like the prime minister at the time, Stephen Harper, was bragging about how much he's like helped the Canadian economy, and it just feels like
you're not going to make it. No, you don't have enough time.
that guy touched me anyway, right at the 0 mark, I think.
Okay, there you go. Oh, not nice. You get to resume your progress. Okay, yeah, you got this. Huh? Sort of. It's definitely getting more maze-like.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Game over.
Yeah. It's a rough game. It's a rough game. You want a challenge, that's a game for you.
All right. Let's see, what do we got here? You know, I want to play this Flash game that I was looking at earlier, so let's see if I can dig that.
What, Pumpkin?
No. Oops.
It might wake that guy up in the chat.
What's a pumpkin?
Actually, if you want a good game to just completely waste your time, somebody linked me to this agar.io. It's basically, you basically play this. It's like amoeba deathmatch.
Amoeba
You
deathmatch?
just play as this sort of balloon, and your goal is to just. It's like a multiplayer thing. You try to absorb other people who are smaller than you and avoid people who are bigger than you. Like if you just need time to kill, yeah, the pumpkin guy came back. Oh, there's a question from Muffin Master. Is Doug Walker coming as a guest or just some sort of announcement? I think it's an announcement, huh?
Yeah, he couldn't make it for the stream, but he did make a video that he's sending my way so I can play it. Uh, yeah, sub-region, okay.
Okay, now I lost your video. Is that normal?
Yeah, I'm gonna have it back
Okay.
up. I just removed the commenter thing. Okay. All right, let me see if I can.
Or anything in the anything you want to hear us talk about in the chat?
Okay.
I mean, besides the game itself, you know, the figure while we were waiting.
All right, so
Oh, you can try that cinematic mode. That might make it a little nicer. I think that just fades the border to black.
yeah. Well, on the stream it's just showing the game. I just put like a smaller window for that, so you're the only one
Okay.
that's seeing the full window.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So just ignore what I'm saying.
Okay.
Start.
Here we go. So basically, the objective is, let's see. There's my earlier version of me that just traveled through time. Now I can go and get this thing, and climb in here.
Oh, so it's like you're programming yourself.
Yeah, it's a time travel puzzle game. Like, you have to kind of interact with other versions of yourself and avoid creating paradox to solve the puzzle. So, like here, I can go stand on this, wait for a
Chronological
while,
programming.
and then go in and go back in time. Now the first one goes there. I go here, wait.
I think this is a game that would make me frustrated with myself. Like I think I'd rather go back and like fix things that I did in the past. Okay, they're saying that the game's drowning me out.
Yeah, it's a bit loud. Let me.
This is what they're saying in the chat.
Oh. Oh no. Okay.
No, it's a lot
I wasn't fast enough because I was fixing the audio. Okay. Well, I've got another version of myself to contend with, but whatever. I'll figure it out. Ooh. Oh no! I got trapped. I didn't wait long enough.
Yeah, because this game is kind of like, it's like if you lose, you only have yourself to blame. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you got to have more patience. Like, okay, guess I better wait here as long as possible so I give myself more time to do this. I don't know.
One thing I like doing is, you know, the duck animation. I'll just kind of go along with the beat of the music while I'm waiting.
Somebody's asking what's your favorite movie and why. I don't know if I have just one. I mean, I've seen so many movies.
Yeah. I think one that I kind of come back to a lot is Terminator 2.
That really is like one of the best action movies. Like, yeah, I think if I had to pick, I mean, it might sound dumb. Like, I like both of them, but the Dawn of the Dead remake, that one just, I just thought it was so solid. It was an enjoyable movie.
You know what? I liked it, but it really fell apart at the end for me.
They did?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I like both versions a lot. They're different, you know. It's one of the very few horror movies that I feel like, oh wow, I'm glad they made a remake of that movie. You know,
Yeah.
like I want to say it's like I feel that way about like maybe less than 1% of horror movie remakes.
Yeah. Okay.
Warning: if you're forced between two solid objects, you will explode. Same goes for the same goes for everybody watching the chat. You know, well, I mean, I guess it depends how forced, but.
Okay.
I think there was like a more high profile game based with this kind of concept.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Like the Swapper or something like, or there's like I think there might have been more than one actually.
Was Braid one of them?
Yeah, Braid had like a different game mechanic for like every level.
I didn't really play Braid, so I don't know.
Okay, somebody said, "Is that a threat, Ross?" Although there's a delay, so I'm trying to think of what did I say that might have sounded like a threat. What did I say that was threatening, Tom?
I don't remember something that was threatening.
So yeah, I guess the answer is no then. Like,
Okay.
so if we can't even remember, altering the past may cause a paradox. Try trapping a past self in this pit to see a paradox happen.
I'm not gonna do that.
Does anything interesting happen?
No,
on
it's just
paradox?
you failed the level.
Oh yeah. Gee,
It's
That's
just
great.
if you haven't played it before, it's like a way to sort of teach you the mechanics. But oh yeah, this one. Let's see.
I see. You do that enough, some people will think that's like the default animation.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, okay, he's a grooving robot. Ah, I see.
Now I have to get off, otherwise he won't be able to get back up there, and it'll cause a paradox. So,
Oh, I see. They thought I was threatening to crush people in the chat. No, I don't. I don't have any reasons to do that. I mean,
I don't even need to use this crate. Okay. All right. This looks remarkably straightforward. Oh yeah, getting back up is the problem.
probably not. But oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to time it. I definitely want to enjoy this game because you know what this reminds me of? Making civil protection, because a lot of the things I sort of had to like kind of program in with like not program exactly with the scenes and the map, and it was just dead reckoning a lot of time. Like, okay, I guess he needs about 3 seconds before this event happens versus this event, and then I go into the game, load it up, and then
Oh,
see
no.
how it goes,
I
and then I
created
would
a
make
paradox.
notes. What? Oh, okay.
All right.
And man, it's just not fun. Like I had to do so much kind of like dead reckoning with the thing. There only some things were like real time previews. You know, it's I hated that. I mean, I got used to it, but it's just not a pleasant experience. You know, and you can like feel the efficiency draining that way.
Okay. There's a timer at the bottom, which is really handy, so you know you can remember exactly what time you did specific things.
Oh yeah. I see it. That would be.
I'm not sure how I caused that paradox because what this guy did didn't affect the other guy at all. So I don't know.
One of my favorite paradoxes. I don't even remember what this was from. I could, although with the internet, I could probably find out now. I read this sort of short science fiction story as a kid, and the plot premise is that they were sending this guy to the future, like they developed time travel, and he was gonna just kind of see what was going on and kind of come back. And when he gets there, he gets out. It's just like everything's deserted. There's like nobody there, and I mean all the buildings are around, but and he's doing tests. There's not any obvious radiation or anything. Like he's not detecting like any sort of disease. He's like in a full suit, so he's just doing all these samples. He just kind of spends the afternoon exploring the area, but doesn't find anything. And then he's just gonna then come back and return to the present. And while he's there, he sees these butterflies that start approaching. First he sees them flapping, and then they start approaching him. So he like kind of looks at them to just see if there's anything special about them. And a couple of them start landing on him, and they like start eating, and then they just start like burning right through his suit, like it's acid or something. And like so they're real dangerous. So he's running away from them, trying to rip them off. And then he finally goes back to the, but he finally gets rid of them, and he goes back to the time machine, and then he goes through, and then comes back to the present, and and then he gets out, and they run him through like a decontamination chamber or something, and then they're starting to debrief him, and he's saying there wasn't anything there, and then there's this alarm from the security saying that there's been some sort of breach. Apparently, some of the butterflies came back on the time travel machine, and they're breaking through, and they've killed one person already and dissolving them. And that was the end of the story. I thought that was really cool. It's like the butterflies are the reason that there's nobody left in the future because they just took over, but they came back because of the time travel. So where did they come from? So I thought that was a cool paradox.
Interesting. Anyway, so this one seems to require a timing thing. I'm gonna restart.
And the bomb's gonna go off.
All right.
Oh, I see. So you have to drop all the panels so they're open when the bomb blows up.
I'm not really sure what to do after that. I feel like this is one of those trial and error sort of things where you have to kind of play through and see.
Okay, so some people know the title of this short story then. A Sound of Thunder, I guess.
Interesting.
Okay, somebody says no. So who knows? Okay, so no, they don't know what story this is. I'm sure somebody could find it out.
Okay, that was easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think I read that one too about
I'm
the
not
butterfly.
sure what that button at the bottom right was supposed to do. I think if you pressed it, it would just I don't know. I don't remember.
For people in the chat, the thunder. I think I've read that one too about there's some sort of tour that you're not supposed to go outside of, but they do, and one person kills a butterfly. When they come back, like all of history is distorted completely because that's the butterfly effect. The chaos theory that little things can spiral out of control. This one's different because this is an actual paradox. So
okay,
the one I was talking about.
I think this is what I have to do first. I'm pretty sure I have to do some sort of thing with the crate on the seesaw to weight it down. Okay, Okay, let's give this a try. See if that's.
Yeah, this wouldn't be my kind of game because it makes you wait.
Yeah.
I think I don't like games that make me wait. I mean, I can wait for specific events if I'm doing something else. That's fine,
Yeah.
you know. Or I'm only waiting because I'm thinking to figure out the puzzle. That's fine. But this one is like, no, you better stand there for 5 seconds and you better do it again. And I mean, yeah, it has appeal though, but you know, I found that especially in the past couple of years, I've just gotten so picky with games because there's more to choose from than ever.
All right, this is gonna be a tricky one. I can tell.
Oh, you're gonna have to friggin' time it. Okay, so what else should we be talking about? Yeah, what else should we be talking about, guys, from the chat?
Oh, no, I can't get up there. Whatever. Oh no, I crossed a paradox.
Oh, because you can't get back to the time machine.
Yeah. All right. Should I move on to something new?
This one's a little dry for me. I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe.
All right. So,
So are you up? Okay, so what's our fundraising up to?
all right. Let's see here.
Is I set it to real blurry to lower the.
Yeah, we're at
Command,
195. Um,
Okay, so we're almost at an impossible game. Still
Right.
a ways from the red panda costume.
oh, I forgot about that. Um, yeah, if we
Yeah,
reach 250 while my girlfriend's asleep, I'm gonna have to wake her up.
And talk in a funny voice
Let's see here.
and wear a mask. You can just grab another Commodore one, or let's see, or what DOS ones do you have handy?
I don't have a lot of DOS games here yet. Let's see what I got here.
Oh, just whatever.
I already played Abuse earlier, and Captain Bible in the Dome of whatever it was.
Haven't played that one.
I've got Heretic.
Yeah, I guess we could do that one.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a very short break for a second.
All right.
So,
So yeah, now you guys really need to type something because it's just gonna be me. Otherwise, I'll try and think of something. So I guess the delay to
all right.
Twitch is about 30 seconds or something.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, well I'm still here. So do I appear on the Twitch thing? No, not. I guess my voice does, not the rest of it. No, it's not like 5:30 in the morning. It's like 11:30. So we're. In fact, I would have come on earlier, but I knew that would have been misery for my girlfriend if I started talking loud prior to this. Give me some more classic must-see movies from the 80s or 90s. That's a good. Okay, well, The Thing. I mean, it's so hard, but that's like. Okay, yeah, I should stray away from horror ones, but since I mentioned that horror comedy, Return of the Living Dead. That's probably my favorite horror comedy. It's very 80s, very awesome. The Andromeda Strain. That's a great kind of thriller by Michael Crichton, the same guy who wrote Jurassic Park. Okay, horror, action, that sort of thing. Yeah. Let's see. What's another good 80s, 90s one? Well, yeah, my find this funny. Like, I think the first R movie I ever saw was Speed, which I think still holds up. It's just a solid action movie, you know.
Oh,
Yeah. People ask me like, what are must-see movies from the 80s or 90s that
mm.
mention horror, action, that sort of thing.
The Thing, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
You think so, huh? That's a must-see.
Well,
I
I
don't
guess
know. Who Framed
it
Roger
depends
Rabbit
on
didn't
what
do
you're
so much
into.
for me.
Like if you like scary movies at all, like or creepy movies, anything in that sort of field.
It's funny because I think we both said The Thing as our first choice. So
Terminator 2.
yeah.
You don't even have to see the first Terminator movie.
Okay, if you want to, and speaking of Terminator, if you want to see just completely unbridled Arnold Schwarzenegger from the 80s, watch Commando.
I kind of hate that movie.
Oh, you do? I think it's fun.
Well, it. I mean, like
it's very Arnold Schwarzenegger.
it's a stupid movie, and I think most people who like it know it's stupid. But
yeah, Aliens is another great one.
Oh yeah.
But I'm trying to think of like a little bit lesser known ones that are just still. Oh, Joe's Apartment. I mean, okay, that's a comedy, but that one's. It's the first movie ever.
Aggravating movie though.
Oh, you think so? I thought it was funny.
Well, it's kind of gross, but the one thing that I really took away from that movie, the thing that I really like was that stupid band that he supposedly joined.
Yeah,
that part I liked. Like, first of all, just the name of the band.
Well, I like just like the beginning, like welcome to New York, like, and they just start beating the crap out of him. Okay.
Anyway,
okay. I'm thinking of some comedies now. Strange Brew. That's a Canadian movie, I believe.
Yeah. I have
brothers.
a lot I could say about Bob and Doug. Well, I guess not that much.
Yeah, Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh,
yeah. I heard their Great White North album.
You mentioned Speed before. I have kind of a little bit of a funny story with that. First of all, I rewatched Speed a while back, maybe between 5 and 10 years ago. So like kind of recently, but not super recent. And there were some things that I didn't notice the first time or forgot about.
Hey, maybe we should start a game then.
I'm gonna start a game.
I mean, I don't know. I just figure it'd be more enjoyable for the people watching.
Yeah.
Just anything. Something simple you don't have to think about, I guess.
Yeah, so this is Heretic. If you haven't, it's pretty well known.
Can you do this screen sharing with me, or?
Oh yes. Thank you. It's the one thing I keep forgetting. And now I'm getting killed. Okay.
Did you like The Cube? Yeah, The Cube is all right. I mean, it's sort of
Cube. I love that movie.
Yeah, I like that one.
So yeah. Anyway, there are a few things about that movie that I
Speed.
didn't
Okay,
notice.
yeah. So let's hear your analysis of Speed.
It's not so much that I'm going to analyze the movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your highlights.
Really, there's like one part early on where Dennis Hopper's character, the whole thing where what's his name? Keanu Reeves' character shoots the hostage, and Dennis Hopper's like backed into a corner, and Keanu's like pointing the gun at him, saying "Freeze!" And he just like starts to turn and walk away. He's like, "Freeze!" And he just laughs this weird maniacal laugh, and then just dashes into the next room, and then just
boy, modern cops. In fact, I think even back then, L.A. cops would not have that problem of letting him get away when you have a gun on him. Yeah, in fact, I'm certain 90s LA cops would not have that problem.
But yeah, he just laughs a maniacal laugh, steps into the next room, and then explodes. And it's like that was his master plan, where he just walks into the next room and blows up. It was the
wow, yeah, that does seem awfully staged.
And I mean, you find out later that he faked his death and stuff, or at least he made. I don't know if he intentionally faked his death, but there was like the big explosion. They thought he died, and but he didn't. But it was just something amazingly like surreal and stupid about it. Like a guy's pointing a gun at him, and he has time to laugh maniacally and then explode.
Yeah, whereas LA cops just might not even they might not even say anything to him to just start firing, you know.
No, anyway, so all that said, a few years later, I started hanging out with this guy who, um, I I don't want to say too much negative about him because I think he just had like a learning disability or something. I don't want to make fun of,
Yeah, don't
but
say his name then.
of course
We'll
I'm not
call
going
him
to say his name, but
we'll call him Fred.
it was kind of fascinating talking to him about a lot of things because he was so impossible to relate to in so many ways, and in some ways it was kind of funny. I don't mean to say anything bad against him as a person. It's just some of these conversations were kind of amazing. um, on a previous occasion he had mentioned that he didn't like Batman Begins because the Batmobile was like a tank, or something like that. It's something I've heard people say before, but it kind of sounded a little bit like he was just parroting what other people said. But anyway, whatever. He said he liked the 1960s Batman better, the really ridiculous, campy one.
Yeah. Well,
And he said it was
I
truer
think
to
it
the
holds
comic.
up.
Huh?
I think it holds up.
He said it was truer to the comic, and I'm like, well, yeah, I can just see that it was truer to the comic because the comics back then
They're
were pretty
different
ridiculous.
styles. Yeah.
So later on, we had another conversation about movies, and he was asking us, what we would rate certain movies out of 10. And you mentioned like Batman Begins. Like, I'd give it like a 9.6. Like, wait, you were the one who just said you hated it because
Oh
so you
wow.
gave it 9.6 out of 10.
He should be a game reviewer for a major site.
Also, the fact that he gave it a decimal was kind of funny. But
Yeah. Well, he's figured it out.
anyway, so he was asking us what we would rate certain movies out of 10 or whatever. And I said to him, okay, what's a movie that you would rate 0 out of 10? And he's like, Speed. Like, what? What? And Shane's like, Speed. My brother Shane is like, well, Speed's awesome. What are you talking about? I'm like, okay, well, we watched it again, and I realized how flawed that movie is, but it's not terrible. I'd give it like a
I
7.
thought it was a lot of fun when I first saw it. I mean,
Mhm.
it's like once the buzz finally blows up, you're just like, because it's like the pacing is relentless on that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they do get ridiculous. Like I think, okay, just watching it from what I remember, from my memory, I think I remember the most ridiculous part being like the jump, like over
oh yeah.
the under construction. Like when the bus lands, you could tell it's gotten some help with the air time.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming it could maintain that momentum and just crash. Somebody's asking, is it American or Canadian dollars when you donate? I'm
Oh, it's
guessing
Canadian
American.
dollars.
Oh, Canadian. Okay.
That's something that I didn't even think about until someone earlier said, "Hey, I donated. I was gonna donate $10, and then I realized it was Canadian, so I donated 15." um. So yeah. So my brother asked him, "Okay, so what's a movie that you would rate 10 out of 10?" And he's like, Ninja Turtles 3." Like,
I haven't even watched that.
I haven't either, but I've seen enough reviews of it.
Yeah. I think I saw that angry video game nerd take on it to look like enough.
Yeah, it's like I know you shouldn't really judge a movie if you haven't seen it, but sometimes
There's some movies. Some movies have surprises. Other movies do not.
yeah.
It's. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, this isn't. Yeah, must see movies if you want to from 80s and 90s. Actually, this might have been, yeah, this was 90s. Fight Club. That's the one you should definitely see if you haven't.
Yeah, that's
Shawshank Redemption.
yeah.
It's, I'm trying to think of some. Okay, but he wanted more like action or horror stuff. So horror stuff I can name a lot of, although I might save. Actually, one thing I was thinking of, I wanted to do it this year, but I just did not have time. One thing I'm hoping to do next year is have two things: top 10 underrated horror movies, the ones I think are really awesome but just never seem to make any lists, and one will be top 10 scary movies for lightweights. So people who can't handle all the real scary stuff but want something a little spooky for Halloween. So I thought I might do
That
two lists.
I would definitely watch that. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah. So I would have done it this year if I had time. I was just every
You did so much in October. Man.
yeah 5 videos.
Was it 5? I thought it was 4.
It was 4 plus the fundraiser video, which I'm
yeah.
really happy I did because it freaking changed my life. So now I'm able to be here in this chat with you instead of just figure out what the hell I'm doing next, so I can pay rent months down the line. So. Yeah, it was fun. Well, I was behind because it really was a domino effect because I knew I wanted to do Moon Gaming before that, and Moon Gaming we ran into so many technical issues that just set us back weeks. You know, it was, but it worked out. So. Yeah. Okay, like I said, yeah, I should have told Tom this earlier. There is going to be a game dungeon coming with Tom's in it. It should be pretty good, but it's I'll get to. It's like I already had some stuff planned for December, and then this after doing the other ones, I kind of wanted something a little bit easier on editing than that one because that one's going to be more complicated to edit. But. Yep, guys, somebody's saying donation coming in.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I'll check it out in a second, but thank you very much.
Are we past 200 yet? We're going to have to start playing something really
Okay, I just
really hard.
picked the level, so now is a good time to check. Oh, we're up to 211.
Oh, time for a real hard game then.
Alexander says, "You're an entertaining content creator. Keep up the good work, dude. Greetings from Sweden." Thank you very much, Alexander. I really appreciate it. I hope we can do something good for these refugees. So,
Yeah, Tom makes good stuff. I mean, that's how I don't even remember exactly how I met you now, Tom, but that's true of many of my friends.
We were both in Channel Awesome, and we were
yeah, but I think I was kind of a fan of your stuff before that, like with weird video games.
How did you hear about it? Because I thought you heard about it from like the Channel Awesome chat. I'm like, oh, who are you?
It might have been, but I know I saw one of them earlier because I remember you doing that interview with the band member. Like, would you jump into a portal to save?
Oh yeah.
Like your female lead singer. Because I remember I was thinking like, wait a minute, I've seen this before, you know, and that was like years before I saw the channel.
By the way, that band member is actually a friend of mine. I'm not sure how long I want this story to go. It's pretty short. Basically, he used to be married to my cousin. And he was always a really cool guy. I hung out with him when I would go to like family gatherings and stuff. Yeah, I guess things didn't work out. They ended up breaking up. But then like a few years later, he started. I guess I caught up with him on Facebook, and he started tweeting or he started talking about these big concerts that he was going on. It turned out he joined a band that kind of skyrocketed, and the lead singer was the girl from The Grinch, and she was later in Gossip Girl, and yeah, it was something like he's always really musically talented. He had some friends, and basically she was looking for someone with a very specific sound, and he already had kind of a band with some other guys, and she's like, that's exactly what I want to do. they played with her for a bit. They liked her style, she liked theirs, and it turned into this big thing. So they were performing in Toronto. So I'm like, so he says, "Hey, I said, hey, why don't we get together?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. I'll give you some free tickets. Like I'll just tell the guys that I know them. They'll let you in." And I said, "Hey, can I do like a segment with you for my video?" And I kind of sat on that segment for like a couple of years before I finally got around to doing that video. But
That's fine. Okay. So then me taking longer than I planned to have you on Game Dungeon is okay then. 'Cause it'll come out. I have everything backed up on like 2 hard drives, so it's not gonna.
all right.
Okay, well enough
So,
stalling. Time for a hard game, Tom.
all right. So I'm gonna play Heretic for a little bit, but I'm going to give you guys this poll that you can vote on, so you can choose which impossible game you want me to play. I'll check back in a minute, and then I'll get started.
Let's see. Yeah.
Russ, you missed it earlier, but I was actually playing Double Dragon blindfolded.
Oh, okay. Well, my vote. I don't know China Minor. Street Trade. I would go with either Dragon Slayer or I Want to Be the Guy. I think I'll go with Dragon Slayer. It's just a little more slower paced.
I
Whereas I see you dying just like almost immediately with.
if it helps
I
you
Wanna
guys
Be the
decide,
Guy.
I can tell you a little bit about the games. China Minor is a Commodore game. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek sort of game. It's makes a lot of references to other Commodore games and such, but the controls are really like difficult to use. Like you have to time jumps absolutely perfectly. If you even so much
Oh
as
man.
touch someone a little bit, you'll die instantly, and it's incredibly aggravating. I don't know if it's worse than Dragon's Lair, but it's up there. I did a Let's Play of it way back. I've lost all the footage of it, which is kind of fine because after a while I just kind of was in stone silence, just trying so hard to get through it, and wasn't that entertaining. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm screwing things up by mentioning this because I think there's some bad blood between him and Channel Awesome. But I've seen this show Until We Win
oh,
by Lord Cat, and man,
yeah.
I am amazed by those videos. I almost feel like those are the video game equivalents of like snuff films or like torture porn because he will go and legitimately play these games, like these really hard games, until he beats
Yeah.
them and discuss his strategies. And it's very kind of straightforward, but you can see that it's like taking a toll on him. Like he's done Battletoads. He's beaten Dragon's Lair.
What? How?
Yes, he did a video on it.
I did a
and like
display of that with save states.
it's like in the videos he doesn't. It's like he doesn't let much get to him, but like you can tell. Yeah, I think he did Silver Surfer. Somebody's mentioned that in the chat.
Like
He just does these brutal games. Oh yeah,
there's like
was it
one
Chacon,
part.
the Forever Man? That was
Oh.
another one he said was really hard.
Yeah, that's a game I wanted to review with Mike Birdman Dodd a while back. We talked about doing it as part of his Review a Day show. We never ended up making it happen, but I remember we just kind of picked that game almost at randoms. Like we both have it, and it's like, yeah, let's give it a shot. I tried it, and I've never had
Are you
more
just
of a
going in
love-hate-
circles, Tom?
What's that?
Are you just walking in circles?
Yeah, I don't have a key, and the only doors.
Like I noticed, like you've done this a couple times now.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I get wrapped up in what I'm talking about. And,
Yeah, but I just noticed, like, wait, is he gonna do this? Go around this turn again? I could see it once or twice, try to figure it out, but
yeah. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. I can't remember what I was talking about now.
oh, okay. Yeah, the whole chat can remind us
Um,
because we were talking about hard games. He beat Dragon Slayer.
yeah. There's one room in Dragon's Lair that I've determined to be absolutely impossible. It's an optional room, but like
Maybe that's why he wasn't. Maybe that's why he beat it. Yeah, that's a sadistic concept right there. Have an optional path that's completely impossible.
okay, here's how insidious this game is.
It
I
would
have
look
no
bad.
ammo
It
at
looked
all.
bad.
I'm kind of wandering around looking for ammo here, but anyway, here's how insidious this game is. There's one room that has one single gold. It's like a little square that says G on it, and it gives you a
Yeah.
gold piece or whatever. And you can go in, grab the gold piece, leave, and then come back. And you can come back as many times as you want to get that. And it's sort of a good way if you like really care about getting a high score. It's a good room to go to for that bonus. But it's just it's just one gold thing, and if you're in there for more than even a second, the big bad guy, like the boss of the game, shows up, and he's completely invulnerable, and he flies around in like a wave formation. So you have to kind of find a way around him, and I tried over and over again. Oh yeah, I forgot how all the monsters just attack each other until they're all dead once you die. One
Well, I don't know if it uses Doom AI. Oh wow, if it uses Doom AI, what it does is they don't attack each other unless they get in the line of fire of another one, and
Yeah,
then
but
they attack the person who attacked them.
Heretic took it a step further. Like if you die, all of the enemies will immediately turn on each other.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get a little show once you're.
All right, I
Hey, I
guess I'm
think if you
gonna.
press the plus button, you can expand your screen a little bit. Okay, so now you're going for the hard game.
Oh, 3 votes for I want to be the guy Gaiden. So,
Okay.
so where was I? Yeah.
So
So
there's a single
basically,
G.
I tried to move around this guy, and it's like impossible. The only way I could figure out to do it is you jump up, and I think if you throw a dagger at him, it'll stun him for just a second, but only like a second. And
Some some
you
games
have
from a
to
psychological standpoint, it's like if you're not really into that particular challenge, it's almost like hell watching it.
yeah.
That's why I got the. It was like a sick fascination on my part to like watch somebody putting himself through playing these games. It's just like, oh my god, like what is this person doing to themselves? You know. Like,
So, yeah. So I was using save states, and I tried to beat that, to get past that guy over and over and over again. I couldn't do it. Um, I don't know how many times I tried. Eventually, I just let him kill me, and it restarts me in that room. So it's like if you die in that room, you're getting a game over. There's nothing you can do. Like you're gonna lose all your lives in
oh
that room.
man, yeah, it's
Um,
just torment.
I eventually just did it tool assisted. I just slowed it down frame by frame, and finally I was able to figure out a way to time it just perfectly. So I jump up, so he moves up. I throw a dagger at him, stun him, then go under him before he can come down. It's like split like 2 frames window like to get through. It's impossible for a person with human reflexes. All just to get
Yeah.
that one square. I could go on and on about all the reasons why that game is impossibly difficult. Um, okay, so I got the
I've never read the story to I Want to Be the Guy. It's pretty good.
all right.
Yeah, I don't mind hard games if like I feel like the mechanics are just really solid and I like them.
Yeah.
Like typically the two genres I can deal with like really hard, or maybe two real time strategy, first person shooters usually, and sometimes puzzles. If like the puzzles are like what I would call fair, like especially sort of kind of maybe not mechanical exactly, spatial conception stuff or things like that. Not guessing what word was this author thinking of from 200 years ago, or like
Mhm.
but stuff where it's just laid out before you and you just try and
Oh,
figure it out.
well, I died on
Oh
the map
wow,
screen.
wow, yeah. I've never played. Actually, I want to be the guy. I've just seen
Okay.
gameplay enough of it to know that it's not that kind of game. Oh wow, nice.
I played this years ago. I
They
think on the
get
normal
you.
setting, and the thing, like I played the original. I want to be the guy, and it's like frustrating. But this one actually made me laugh all the time because the ways that they would find to kill you were actually
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. It's. I mean, they're setting you. I've not played many games where
Uh,
you die on the map screen,
yeah.
or
The
any
thing is,
actually.
like when you start moving your character from one map point to another, is kind of like auto moving.
Okay, hey,
It's
ground control to Major Tom. Can't see game screen. And okay, no, never. Okay, then it says never mind. I see it now.
it was
Okay, so
probably back
sorry.
before I
So yeah,
create.
I
Oh,
interrupted you for nothing. Sorry.
okay, that's okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. So yeah, so I really thought it was just a map screen, and I move over. This fish jumps out, and kills me, and it just cracked me up.
Yeah. Well,
They
the
find
plane was good too. Yeah.
they really find ways to to take you by
Okay.
surprise.
So do you need
Yeah,
like? Oh, okay, you get a double jump. I see.
yeah, I forgot about the double jump.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I
I
don't even
like
know
how
which
like
button.
the first square is just a trap and it kills you. Yeah, that.
Okay, I'm not
It's
sure what the key is to actually join the the level. Oh, I'm there. Okay, okay.
yeah, the clouds would probably kill you though in this
No,
game.
it's it's not what you think. The parachute just gives out right before you get to the thing, so you have to know exactly what it's gonna give out and jump at.
Oh man. No, is this? It's obviously borrowing sprites from other games. Does anyone recognize what the background is from? What game that's from? I'm assuming they ripped that from another game because the clouds are from Mario.
You mean the mountains? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
the mountains and the ocean with the
Um,
boat.
I know the actual like level tiles are influenced by like this whole level is a Bionic Commando tribute.
Oh, okay, Bionic Commando.
I'm not sure about the. Yeah, I have to know exactly what second this thing gives out. Maybe I should just listen for the music. Okay, I did it.
All right.
I saw that coming. Oh yeah, I can't go that way.
This is like this game would like really cause paranoia. I think.
That's kind of the name of
I mean,
the game.
because it's like you're afraid of everything. Like oh God, is the floor gonna kill me? Is the wall gonna kill me? Like
I keep forgetting what button. Okay, there we go.
because so what's next on your schedule after me?
Um, what just even
Oh, I just
happened?
okay. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Sorry about that.
Oh, there's no. Oh yeah, they removed all the checkpoints, didn't they? The hardest difficulty, there are way less checkpoints.
Oh man. Well, you want to be
Um,
the guy.
I don't really have any other guest schedule until about noon when Mike Dodd's coming in.
Oh okay.
So I'm gonna have to
Well, I
find
think I
some things
may.
to
I think
amuse
I may
me.
head out in a little bit. I've been here for 4 hours. I
Okay.
have to make videos too. But
If there was a save when I got off the thing, that would be great. I think there isn't.
if anybody has any requests of stuff to hear me talk about before I head out, I mean, I'll give you like another 5 minutes or something. But or the stuff you want Tom and I to talk about before I leave, you know, go ahead. You know. Tom's just going to be falling into the ocean. So.
Uh, okay. I've done this before. I just don't remember how.
Well, then you're doomed. You ever watch Spoonie stuff? Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff, but he's done so much that I haven't kept up with a lot of it. I liked his Final Fantasy VIII review series.
I was a really big fan of Spoonie back in the day. Um,
I just haven't kept up. I mean,
Yeah.
it's there's so much out there. Okay, a good orchestral or retro as opposed to metal game soundtrack.
um,
Okay, orchestral. Let me think. What's one of the?
I guess it depends on quality. Like I can think of a few Super Nintendo games that have some pretty good orchestral
Oh
quality.
yeah, the
Although
Super Nintendo hubs.
if you're looking for something that actually sounds like
Well,
orchestra,
he says or retro. I mean, well,
Yeah.
so yeah, Super Nintendo. Super Metroid, Donkey Kong Country, Castlevania for Super Nintendo. For orchestral, I'm trying to think of.
Super Mario RPG, um, the Chrono
Well,
Trigger.
Symphony of the Night, Castlevania
Oh,
Symphony
yeah.
of the Night is like just one of my
Oh,
all-time
I
favorites.
love the music
That,
in that game.
that has some orchestra parts in it. Let's see, what are some?
That fish.
I'm trying to think of ones that are just like really symphonic that I like. Because I tend to like stuff that has like a little more like exotic instruments in it.
Mm.
So I'm trying to think of ones that just really impress me by
Um,
the.
I'm not sure if this is what you mean by probably not what you mean by exotic, but a game that has like really amazing and very unusual sound, Silent Hill. Like
Yeah,
the first
that's
one,
good.
the music
But
in that really sets the
but
tone for that, and it's
Yeah, but you have to be in a certain type of mood or a
Yeah.
certain type of person to just kind of listen to that casually. I'm
yeah,
trying to
you
think of things
you
that
can't really listen to Silent Hill music casually unless you're like if you're trying to create like a haunted house and you want to play that, but otherwise,
you know, okay. I've only heard some of it, but I heard this one theme for like I think the Nords or something in Guild Wars 2. That sounded pretty awesome. That was all like kind of classical
Yeah.
symphonic stuff. It had this kind of real heroic feel to it.
I kind of forgot about the music from Guild Wars, but
This is Guild Wars 2. I watched like the intro
Okay.
video. A friend sent to me. I was like, yeah, that's pretty riveting. That track that they have. Okay, well, I'm gonna be making a video about soundtracks sometime in December. It's gonna be part of it. So, that's not gonna be my favorites, but okay. I like Steam as a service, but this is the most annoying thing that Steam does. I see you play The Secret World, which is categorized as an MMO. Therefore, you must like all MMO games. Let me suggest a dozen MMOs with user feedback. Crappy MMOs with user feedback scores. Yeah, I've seen that too. Like they assume like because you played one free-to-play game, therefore you want to play all free-to-play games,
yeah.
which you don't.
I find a lot of services do that until you actually do enough.
Yeah, but
that it
Steam's
can narrow
worse
it
is
down.
because it's like you might have to buy them for it to consider that a recommendation, whereas might be able to get the game cheaper elsewhere, you know?
like Netflix.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger has a good retro soundtrack. Somebody's mentioned that.
Yeah. Seiken Densetsu 3 has some really good music. It's like the third of the Secret of Mana series, only released in Japan. I only kind of knew about it because people told me I had good music, and then I played it, and I'm like, hey, yeah, it's pretty cool.
What do you think the best game to play when you're really, really drunk?
Uh,
Hmm.
I don't drink, so I
Me
can't
neither,
really.
actually. But you know, I had a roommate who used to like to get real drunk and then go play Warcraft 3 multiplayer. And I asked him like, well, you know, because he thought like maybe I think he was hoping to be like a drunken master with it. And I asked him, it's like, well, are you any better? It's like, no, I'm awful. Like when he said that. Oh, good, you're back. I was afraid it crashed.
No, it's just a connection thing. Um, oh, what were we just talking about?
Good games to play while you're drunk. I
Yeah,
mean, you don't have to be drunk. You can be really tired. So
I
I'm trying
really
to
don't
think.
think an RTS is the kind of game you want to play when you're
No,
drunk.
that's why it was funny, because you would do,
No,
especially
okay.
yeah. I mean,
If
yeah,
everyone
multiplayer
playing the RTS,
RTS.
if
I
everyone
mean,
playing the RTS is drunk, that might be something fun to see.
I'm just
Um,
saying. Oh no, Ross is in the wind tunnel again. Oh well.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head out soon. Yeah. Well, let's see what. um, I guess a game where you just sort of beat the crap out of everything tends to be pretty solid.
Yeah.
If you're just drunk or tired, because
I bet Streets of Rage 2 would be a good drunk game.
yeah, some sort of brawler I think would be the best if you're just drunk, because you can understand that. You know.
Tomorrow I'm going to be playing Electronic Superjoy. That might be a good drunk game. um, Lots of bright flashing colors. I guess it's more of a stoned game than maybe. I keep dying in the same spot.
No, well, you stopped screen sharing, but that's okay. I'm gonna head out pretty
Oh,
soon.
okay.
I figure I gave you 4 hours, and
Yeah, all right.
I mean,
Thank you
I
so much
wish you
for
luck
coming.
on it, but I have to keep making stuff myself. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to have another video out at or before Thanksgiving. I'm not promising anything, but that's my goal.
Nice. So yeah, so we're at 42% now of our goal. That's pretty awesome.
Panda suit. Again, you might have to wait till you get John St. When I made an announcement, I told people John St. John was going to be coming, and I gave him your schedule.
Yeah. Well,
So
I guess in 2 hours I'll
yeah,
have
let's
hit
see
it.
some of that money.
I guess in 2 hours I'll have hit
Shake
50%
it,
of the
baby.
stream. I'll have been doing this for 12 hours. So,
Well, yeah, but the first half's got to be easier than the second half. Well, good luck to you. Well, I gave people a chance if they wanted to ask anything, and those are the questions. So I guess that's it. You'll save. I'll try my best to put my portion up on YouTube later. And Tom will try to get me some files just in case everything went to hell in the recording. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
thanks so
good
much for
luck.
doing
Let me
this,
know
Russ.
I'll be impressed if you get past where you are with I want to be the guy.
Yeah, well, I'll keep. This was a milestone. People donated, so I'm not gonna just give up. I'm gonna keep playing until people say, "No, please stop. Do something else."
Yeah, and they've donated enough. Like
Yeah.
if they haven't donated enough, you can't stop, you know?
That's a good way to just lose viewers, I think. It's like you've been on the same part of the level for an hour. But
All right.
I'll
Well,
soldier
let me
on.
know if you get to be the guy.
I want to be the guy.
Okay, bye everybody.
All right, bye, Russ.